touch anything. It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.
Na 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 na. Hey everybody, this is Larry Lawton with a wild day ahead of us here for this Friday. We have in-house. We have, of course, Nick the sidekick now. We got Bob the Cabby, as they know him by, and we got Mark, my crazy friend from New York, who just comes down here to get me fucked up. So we are on a roll. We're gonna have a good show today. We're going to talk about stuff coming up and all that. Two things I like to get out of the way. Not get out of the way, because we're all smoking them. We got Oliva, my sponsor. What a great sponsor. Oliva Cigars, third largest cigar company in the world. And I just had, if you heard, Fidel. We're going to talk about that show, because you probably heard the show, did you?
Sure did.
Did you understand them? I mean, a little bit difficult.
I picked it up. I've been to Miami a while.
Yeah, and you know what they do for the kids with the school.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Wow, I mean, really pretty good shit. We'll talk about Oliva Cigars, doing great stuff. My book, Gangster Redemption, does great. Check it out. I have a glass of wine in front of me today. Now, here it is, 10:28. We got a few beers. We got a couple of wines. Nick, so far, has nothing, but we'll see how long that lasts. We have 3 New Yorkers in here. This is what's great. And we have one guy from St. Louis. Now, all you New York guys here, do we consider St. Louis a city?
It is a city. I mean, we live in the city of Palm Bay, but is it one of the big boys?
No, it's a flyover state. The whole fucking state of Missouri is a flyover state. I mean, I got my badge from there, so I am an officer of the law right there. Out of Lake St. Louis. Nick is laughing because he says, that's not St. Louis, Larry.
It's so far from St. Louis.
Well, no, it's not. It's only about 20 minutes.
No, it's a good 30, 40 minutes.
Oh, 30, 40 minutes. That's like, that's 2 exits on the Bell Parkway.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that include traffic?
No.
New
There's
York,
not much traffic, no.
No.
In New York, you got 40 minutes for 2 miles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Nick, did you live in the city?
No, I didn't live downtown St. Louis, but I lived in the city of St. Louis.
Okay,
the south side.
Okay,
of St.
like
Louis,
the city of New York City. That's like Manhattan.
Yeah, it's not the same. No.
Yeah, there's no
We call that
grass.
down-
There's
no,
no grass.
no,
The
yeah,
only
we call
grass
that
they have is a
downtown.
great piece of land, 600 acres, which is Central Park. But other than that, they don't have too much grass.
You said they got foxes in there. You got so excited about the
Oh,
foxes. in
absolutely.
Central
Matter of
Park.
fact, Nick, and Mark is here. Mark is my childhood friend, and thanks for coming, Mark. We're having fun today.
Glad to be here, Larry.
Mark was on our show one time. You have to go back in the archives to see that one. That was pretty wild. Let you search for that one. Mark, you remember my house in the Bronx?
I sure do.
How big was the lawn in the front yard?
Not very.
About
Probably
the
mow
si-
it in about 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's about half of this office. I swear to God.
That's the way it was.
Yeah, we didn't have. You lived in a duplex, right? Wasn't it?
Yes, we had the upstairs apartment in Mondelli's house
Oh yeah.
on Gigerich.
Yeah, on Gigerich. Yeah. And you didn't have even a front lawn in it, did you? Or a little patch of grass,
We
like
did
5 feet.
initially. He eventually.
What is
put
that?
concrete
There's
in.
that
Woodpecker. That's a
woodpecker.
woodpecker.
He's
That-
rearranging your house.
I'm the fuck that
Like
woodpecker.
He's been
woodpecker
doing
in
it.
here.
Want me to go out and throw him a beating?
I'm the throw that fucking bit. I'm the like get. Hey, Nick and I saw a hawk right on the fence right here. I mean, a fucking hawk, And that motherfucker was gonna get that little woodpecker. Fuck, that thing is
In
beautiful,
hopes.
man. And I
can
got
only
pictures. I
hope.
should post that picture. It's pretty cool. That picture we should post. But anyway, so we had no lawn. So we're here today. Now everybody knows Bob was a cabbie in New York for a while, and it wasn't a metered cab like you think the yellow cabs. It was the car services we used to call
Yeah,
them.
yeah, you were asking about that. Because we were 20 miles out of the city, so you wouldn't drive down a private street like this. So it was pretty much a car service, but we also, you had some of them had the yellow lights on it so you could be flagged down on the street. But it pretty much was a car service. You would call, like, over here in Palm Bay, and you'd say, hey, I want to go to Winn-Dixie or the bar or the whorehouse, wherever the hell you're
No,
going.
yeah, that's exactly what you had. In Brooklyn, we had My Way. It was ours,
Right.
and that was different. And what they have in the Bronx, didn't they have a couple of car services? I'm trying to.
Miles was the big one.
Miles.
Cabby. Yep.
Yeah, and those guys knew us when we called. We were going to get drugs or booze or something else.
And they knew we were going to run out before
Yeah.
paying too. Start jumping fences. We were bad.
We never. I remember coming back from the Yankee game one time late at night. Dennis, me, you, I don't know.
Yeah,
Once they go down the wrong street, whoever's in the front seat tells the guy, okay, we're over here. And we all know there's no house there. So we know what time it is. So you better be the fast one getting out the door, because once he bolts, everybody bolts. The guy don't know. And we all go different directions.
Yeah.
And, that's so you were car service, correct? So did you have to have a medallion? If you're picking people up in the street, don't you?
Yeah, but it was in the suburbs or whatever. So no, you didn't need a medallion or whatever.
You know what I meant? Like, and in the city, those cost. They used to cost up over $1 million.
Yep. Yeah, now they're down around.
Yeah, 200. No, I heard 200
Yeah.
still. But obviously, Uber and what's a Lyft have killed those.
It's dead now. But talking about the way somebody would rip you off, run away, or whatever. I had one morning did that because. I'm a pretty frugal guy. The reason I was driving the cab was to save up money, move down here to Florida, buy a house, do better for my kids and everything. And so every night I would just get all my money. So one time I'm leaving work, and I lived probably about 8-10 miles from where the cab company was. Well, usually late at night, if people were at the bars, they would call like 4 or 5 cab companies. The first one that showed up, they would take that cab. So my dispatcher was like, no, don't go down there. Well, I lived there, so I'm thinking I'll swing by and see if this guy's there. So I go in my own private car. He's there, and I had driven him earlier that night, right?
And you're in your private car.
Yeah. So I was like,
totally illegal. I'm just asking.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I did a few things illegal.
I'm from New York. I'm unfamiliar with that term.
But I never did something as serious, pick somebody up in an unregistered cab.
That is pretty serious. And I hope the statute of limitations.
So were you considered a gypsy cab?
Yeah, that's my next question.
It could have been, but remember the laws in Rockland County are a little bit different than New York City, right? So So I picked this guy up, and I'm going to take him back. I knew, where he lived. I had driven him down to this town. It'd be like going from Palm Bay here, maybe to Vieira, right? So we get back over there, and it's 12:50, and he's like, you tell. I'm like, man, radar goes up. He goes to this one house, and I get out of the cab. I'm waiting for him to dash. He's like, all right, I got to go to a friend's house and get the money.
Could you run back then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we pull up to this one stop sign, and he goes to make a dash for it. I grab the sumbitch by the neck. Bang his head into the dashboard twice. I'm like,
this is New York.
But this is the funny thing. If it was at night with the cab, I'd probably said, $12.50. But in my mind, I said, I made my money for the night. There was a carnival going on at night. I said, you know what? My kids are going to be an extra $12.50 for them. I was a cheap fuckbag. I still am. But so now
I heard you throw a hell of a party, so you're not a cheap fuck.
So I'm like, man, this guy's stealing from my kids, right? So I told him, I go, you try to get out of the car, I'm going to beat your fucking ass, right? So I drive him now back to where I picked him up, because I live there. I'm like, don't move out of the fucking car. And I pull up a spot where the highway is, and it's like a half mile to each exit, right? So I stop right in the middle of the highway. I go, get out of the fucking car. This isn't where you picked me up. Oh, you fuck, where I picked you up? Get the fuck out of the car, right? So I leave him stand on the road, and he goes, I'm going to pay you back. Yeah, fuck you, right? About 4 months later, the dispatcher says to me, hey, Bob, I think this is that guy that stiffed you that night. Okay, so I go pick him up. He doesn't remember me. He gets in a car. I go, I need the money up front. He gives me $12.50. I drive like 2 houses down, and I go, hey, you owe me $12.50. He goes, I just paid you. I go, no, this is for the last time.
Did he pay you?
No, he didn't. I don't have any more money. Then get the fuck out of my car.
That's a New York way of getting. That's pretty good. I like the part where you beat the fuck out of him. That's the better part. Nick, did they have cabs like we're talking about in St. Louis?
I'm from the Uber generation.
That's true.
So,
Guys, we're all 60 years old. Everybody in this room, except Nick, is 25. So think of that, Mark. That's 37 years of difference of all of us here.
Yeah,
and
God bless you, kid.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, by the time he's our age, we're all dead, so it doesn't matter. And so it was Uber and Lyft.
Oh yeah, I took a cab like one time in 2nd grade when my aunt came and picked me up from school, and that was like.
But she picked you up in a cab.
The most cabs I've ever taken was on GTA, so.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
I'm getting good at that, everybody.
And you can stiff them. You can run out of the car. There's an option to run out of the fucking car and not pay them.
And did you do that?
Every time, yeah. Every fucking time.
That's half the fun of it, right?
Yeah.
So, I look at, listen, I use Lyft or Uber. Every city I go to, I'll always use it, wherever I'm going. Just, airports and stuff. I'll rent the car if I have to. But especially New York City. Taking Uber or Lyft, whatever, right from the airport.
It
right
was damn near impossible to find one last time.
Yes.
Impossible. We were
Wh-
sitting on the side of the road for. It's not like the movies. You can't just run out in the street and
No,
wave
that's a
your
cab.
hands.
See, when you waved,
Well-
that was a cab.
And they still didn't stop. And then the
No,
Ubers
no,
just
but
kept
Nick, I
dropping
got to
us.
explain how it
Well,
works.
Nick's a dangerous-looking guy. I wouldn't stop and kick him.
Nick, how it works is you weren't noticing. On the top of a cab,
There's
there's
a
a
light.
light. If that light is on, they're open for business. You'll see them go by us. There's no light on. That's why I wasn't
That
waving
means
at
that
them.
someone's in the cab.
They
But
need-
listen
they
to
need
this,
more.
Bob. You'll love this. So we're sitting there. Now, this is the last show. I did the highest episode from the Empire State
Yeah,
Building.
I heard that, yeah.
So what happened was we were at a bar or whatever. You know, Nick is like, oh, yeah. We get in there at the bar at 10 o'clock. You know, there's nobody there. He turns around, fucking 12 o'clock, on a Monday, whatever the hell Tuesday it was. You know, it's packed, you know, New York City.
Yeah.
And then I said, fuck it. I walked all day. I walked all the way from Grand Central to Empire State Building, back to 50th Street and 7th Avenue, show them the district, went for a pizza. I mean, we walked a lot.
Yeah.
And I said, fuck this shit. I ain't walking back to Grand Central because we got to go to Grand Central, go back to Connecticut.
They
Fuck.
said that, and they got the bike dude,
The
too.
guy fucking, so we wave over a guy bike, and he says, $8. He says, $8. I thought it's $8 a mile or whatever. He goes, $8 a minute. I says, what? $8 a minute. How long does it take you to get to Grand Central? 10 minutes. Are you fucking off your cracker? That's eight, you know, whatever.
I could steal a car and
Oh, I mean,
that paid
think
the
of that.
fine.
You know, you guys, obviously, I still miss the parts of New York that you can go out anytime you want, 2 in the morning. I don't give a shit if it's a Monday. You want to go to Manhattan, you can do anything you want. You know, Grand Central, 42nd Street. You all remember. Do you guys remember Grand?
we're
Do you
talking
remember
about-
42nd when it was the seedy part of town?
So in the 70s, you know, when I lived in the Bronx and everything, my old man was a cop, and you wouldn't even want to drive through there, even though you got gun or like even with his friend.
Wait, that 42nd Street.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I
It was
I
a
went to the sex
shithole.
shows. I was in the military at 17. I came back for leave. That's when I got us in that fight, Mark, with those guys against the fence. I was wrong, I think, on that one. But anyway,
Violence is the tool of the ignorant.
and I was very
Well, could
ignorant.
you not beat him up this time?
We had Mark and I against 20.
Oh, okay.
We
Sounds like a good idea.
wasn't a
Some
good
shit,
idea.
yeah.
I was pretty fucked up. Anyway, Mark goes, "What the fuck is he doing?" Right? Did you?
I remember it distinctly, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? But before I said that, you said you just hit the brakes, throw it in park, and say, watch this. That's what you said. Watch this.
It was
And you
probably
get out of
all
the
their
car and you
faults.
start screaming at them, start swinging. I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
It was all their fault.
It was. They
Yeah,
were in our
yeah,
spot.
yeah.
They were where we hung
Yeah,
out.
that's what you kept telling. Yeah. What are you doing in my neighborhood? What are you doing in my neighborhood?
Didn't
That
work
was
out for
fun.
us.
Nah.
The next day, we
I
looked
remember
like we
getting
were
kicked in the balls. That's what
fucking.
I remember.
Mark's against the fence. I go to help him. He's on. I'm hanging on, and come on. Then I said, "Stop! We're only kidding. To stop! Oh shit!" And we get in the car, and they took the beer. Do you remember? I jumped back out of the car. Give me that fucking beer, because we went to get it was a beer run, and
Yes.
you don't remember us going back to the house, and then we were all went
don't.
up there. We did, but. I used to go down when I was back in the military. I loved to go to 42nd Street because they had the sex shows.
That's where I gave
saw a
away my
German-
virginity.
I saw a German Shepherd fuck a fucking broad on the stage. You remember
Nah,
the
you're
stage?
talking about that, yeah.
Yeah. Do you
So it's
remember
not
this?
normal for everyone
peep
else in the
shows.
room?
Oh,
No,
they've
no,
been there.
no, not at
okay,
all, not at
okay.
all.
Mark,
What?
have you been to the peep shows and all that shit down there?
I just said I lost my virginity in the dating room, second floor of on 42nd Street.
It wasn't
was
the
called the
German
dating room.
Shepherd, was it?
It was, they'd line up and you'd get to pick out, which I was probably 14 or 15. My cousin and his friend brought me down there. It was not a lovely experience, I'll tell you that. It's
You
not
know
the
where
way
I
it
lost-
should be your first time.
I got my first blowjob where most people got their blowjob.
Hunts Point.
Hunts Point, $5 it was, and it was It was $10 for a half and half.
10 if she had no
Yeah,
teeth.
let me see that.
And they would be around a big drum, a 55. You remember that?
Oh, yeah,
Do you remember
yeah.
Hunts Point?
Well,
Everybody got.
I never made it down there. I'll tell you, the first time I had sex, I was really scared because I was all by myself.
Well, I mean, everybody does that. Maybe I don't know. Circle jerks. You had circle.
Yeah. I took you one of those, yeah. Yeah, I was more into the triangle.
No, I remember 40 because they had a USO there. You know, in the military. When you were in the military, you remember the USO down in
That
Manhattan?
was a
That
huge
little
recruiting
booth
station.
right there?
Yeah, they have a booth and everything. Yeah, and they gave you donuts, and they gave military guys donuts, and you could put your bag there, and you could stay. They still have one down there, actually, right now. Yeah. And I can go there because I'm retired. And I will go. Sometimes I do go down there. Anyway, so because I can leave my bag in their, their room all day and then go to run around the city. Yeah, very nice. They even have electric doors and shit. Back then, you used to go in there and there'd be an old lady there. Hi, Sonny, and you got you in your little uniform, and you go down there because I was a skinny little motherfucker too. You remember that, Mark?
I sure do.
I was
amazing.
Yeah.
He was the most innocent-looking kid, but yet the most dangerous.
I was like Nick. I looked like Nick.
Curly blonde hair, like almost white.
Yeah, I did.
So blonde, yeah.
I remember my sister cut it off. I almost killed her. Yeah, that was Lynn and Donna.
I thought she gave you a perm.
Oh,
which one was it?
Debbie. That was my sister, Debbie.
Oh, it was 2 times.
They used to fuck with me. I was like the kid. I was that retarded kid. Am I supposed to say that?
Yeah, that's not a bad.
Is that?
It's frowned upon now.
Is it? Okay. What is it? The slow adult?
We'll come up with something. Where's my thesaurus?
Well, Nick always checks me. He goes, "You're not supposed to say Indians," because I remember Indians. Like cowboys and Indians. Everybody played cowboys. And
Native
Indians.
American.
It's Native American. I'm learning. But I had my friend Chris Hollyfield right here. He's a friend. He was on WWE with Hulk Hogan.
He's not a Native American.
And he's a midget. And you're supposed to. I asked him about that, and he don't give a shit.
Chris was my neighbor.
You knew Chris?
Yeah. Chris was my neighbor.
Chris is a good friend of mine. I know.
I'll tell you a funny story about him off the...
no, come on. Chris don't care. Chris, we'll bring him here with us one day.
So one of the neighbors is moving, so I go over and knock on Chris's door, and I say, hey, Mom, we're having a party? He's all right. I said, what do you drink? I'll buy everything. So he says, drink Courvoisier. I don't know what the fuck Courvoisier is.
And just to give you a little backdrop of Chris, he was in the WWE with Hulk Hogan, the little boogeyman. He's a little person, let's call it that, a little...
Great guy.
And he drives around in
that
a
big old
mega Hummer. Huge Hummer. And he's funny as shit. I love that guy. So, go ahead.
So he says he drinks Courvoisier, and I'm like, I'll go around and buy a bottle of Courvoisier, but let me look up, see what it is. I mean, I've heard the term, and this is no lie. It was Napoleon Bonaparte's favorite drink. And I go, man, he's got to be fucking with me, right? This guy's got to be fucking. But I buy a bottle of Courvoisier, right? So he shows up over the party, and I had all the neighbors over there and everything. And he was pretty drunk when he got there. He brought his brother over, and his brother's,
Yeah, I don't know his brother.
Yeah, good guy, his brother. So we're over there drinking. Now, he walks over, and the table, to us, it's about waist high, right? We had a vegetable platter over there. And he's pretty well hammered. He walks over to the table. He picks up like a piece of broccoli, takes a bite out of it, double dips, and he falls over the table, and he's like sleeping on now the fridge. Everybody's looking at him. I'm like, this is funny as shit, right? And his brother's like, man, he always does this shit. So then he goes into the bathroom. And it's like, all right, he's not out in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So he didn't lock the door. So I opened the door. And he had zipped up and everything. But now he had gone up against the wall, and he's falling asleep. He's asleep.
Standing on his feet?
No, he's not on his feet. He's sitting.
On the toilet?
No, he wasn't on the toilet. So he's sitting facing the toilet, like he went to step back and he just slid down the wall. And I'm like, holy shit. So I grabbed this Santa Claus blanket. I throw it over and we start taking pictures of him. And his brother's like, do that, man. He goes, he needs to see this.
Have these
I don't think I have them anymore. This is probably this was a long time ago.
I would do that. So I'd fuck with Chris so hard.
So his brother's like, let me call my mother. We'll come get him. And I'm like, no, he can stay where he's at. Move over here.
It's costing me a bottle, cost of it, or whatever that is.
So he's like, no, we'll pick him, we'll throw him in the back of the pickup truck. So his mom comes over. I mean, they live around the corner.
Is that in Lockmore?
No, this was
because he has a house now in Lockmore.
Yeah. He wakes up and he's like, and he just runs out of the house and runs all the way home. And his brother's like, I never seen his brother again. Brother was like, thank you, man, but he's always like that.
Oh, Chris is such a funny guy. He was a great wrestler for Melbourne High School. Yep. I mean, I guess he got leverage. Yeah. But, I mean, think of that. I mean, he was really good wrestler. He's a strong kid. I mean, he played, I told you, he did the, he actually coaches baseball now. Yeah. Coaches the, Little League with one of Teresa's grandkids. I mean, is on the team. And that's my former girlfriend. We're, we're friends, but nothing, Anyway, and Chris, I saw Chris there, and I go, hey, you! What a shitty coach! And he looked, who's that? Then he sees me. Oh fuck! And then he comes over and
he's a good guy. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he really is. He's one of those guys that you like to hang with.
Yeah.
And I had him here, And because I ask them the right questions that people want to know. You know, I learned to do that now. Like, does a little person have a regular penis? And they do. You know why? The only thing that's different with a little person is their arms and legs, their trunks, and all that stuff is normal. And I think about that, and I say, man, that's got to be like fucked. When you can literally say to someone, man, my dick is below my knees. I mean, think of that. I mean, that would be fucking pretty wild, man.
Well, the only
I
time
can't say that.
Well, I can if I'm like standing on my head or something. That's about the only time.
Nick, you're a little quiet with the older guys today.
I got 3 New Yorkers here.
Don't be intimidated. We're
No, kid. So Nick,
intimidated. No, it's just you guys are going to.
so Nick, let's get the audience a little bit about you. Nick's my assistant here. Nick's been here 6-8 months or something. I know he's been here since August, I guess. Now Nick has been, he really keeps me in line. Not in line, I got so much going on. You know that, Bob. You all the shit we put out. And Nick, I find out, did a few bad things. I look up his record because I can do that, and boy, he's got a speeding record, Mark.
He looks like
How
a jaywalker to me.
Yeah,
Now,
these are all allegations.
Now, did he
Looks
tell
like
you
one
that
of
he was?
those.
Do you remember this? That Nick, Mark, when he was talking about the motor, Mark is a motorcycle guy, and Mark said he's got a big Honda, beautiful Honda, what, Electric Glide or something,
A Goldwing.
a Goldwing. And Mark, do you remember talking to Nick about bike? And he's a runner.
No.
Tell him what a runner is. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, we're gonna go through this again?
Yeah, we got to. Tell him.
Well, I used to go really fast, and we would fuck with the cops. And
He never registered his bike once.
I do remember you talking about
I knew
that,
it would
yes.
click. Yeah,
He never registered a
Every
bike.
motorcycle I bought, I just wouldn't register it. I wouldn't put plates on it, and I'd just go really fast.
He'd go by cops and kick
You're
their
a
car.
badass, man. Who would have thought?
That's what it's like.
Until he gets to
It's just
prison
speed.
with me.
Just speed.
And now, Nick.
But the records, those were never on the records. Those were always just in the cars.
Well, Nick and I, I did a podcast and I went up to a Ferrari event.
Yes.
Did you see the bikes?
I didn't see it, no. I
Oh my
listened to
God. The
podcasts.
fastest vehicle on the planet right now. The 230 miles an hour, a motorcycle. It was the guy there with us. And then there was another kid there. Nick liked his bike, and I sit on his bike, and I wanted to take him for a ride. When I said, give me the keys, everybody goes, no, don't give him the keys. Don't give him the keys. And Nick goes, normally, no, don't give Larry the keys. Don't give him the keys. Anyway, he had a bike. He was a dead runner. No plates. No plates. That's what they do. Did you know cops won't chase him?
Well,
they can't.
they're very discouraged right
Yeah.
now because if
They
the guy's
can't.
going that damn fast and then he hits into a school bus, knocks it
Yeah.
off, and full of
Well,
orphans, and
I guess
that's terrible.
They'd rather us not go, 150.
Yes.
So they just aren't going to turn on the lights. And when they do, they're a prick and they want to have fun as well. It's kind of what it is. It's like a cat and mouse game. Nothing's really going to come of it. except
Nick,
for
since
somebody
you
dying.
did a
It's a
lot
no-win
of
situation. For
Yeah.
them.
if you did a lot of speed stuff, do you know about those groups of 100 bikes
Yeah,
and they go on
We
the highway?
had-
Did you have them in St. Louis?
In St. Louis, they were the street fighters. They were organized. They were just stunners, the stunt bikes. So they would just do wheelies and burnouts. And
Now, not
Yeah,
one of
no,
them are
it's-
registered, are they?
I mean, a couple of them are, yeah. But when you're in that big of a group, nothing's gonna come of it. Like you can't stop a group.
Okay,
of
we're
bikers.
all like us three are older guys. Mark,
I'm
Mark,
thinking
Robert.
of pulling out an AK and I guarantee
That's, I see.
20 or
I
30.
thought my next thing. My
mowing
next
down.
one was, what would you do?
Just mowing down.
No, I look at that. I like to see shit and fun. I like to see a little bit of anarchy now and then because I think it keeps everybody on their toes.
Yeah, it's not like it's an everyday thing. It's like
Right. No, and I
2
like
year.
to see the cops can't do shit about it. Now, I'm a cop supporter with good cops, you know that. But when they're shitty cops, I don't want anybody to get hurt, either the kids on the bike and stuff like that, or even the cops. But they're pretty much showing cops, listen, you got the lights and siren and a gun, but you can't do shit. What are you gonna do? Come chase us? I watched it in Miami, and you guys, and when I was down there. Holy shit. And they literally shut down 95. I mean, and there's those, what are those, the four-wheelers?
Yeah,
Those
they're
are
on the
way
highway.
more dangerous than a bike.
And they're
I
doing
am so
wheelies
scared
down the
of
highway at
four-wheelers.
60, 70 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Why can't a cop catch one of those?
a 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
Just because you're not gonna stop. You're not going to stop. There's no catching someone if they're just not going to pull over.
It's really one of those gray areas, I think, with the police department.
So if anybody runs, that's a little advice. So if anybody runs from the cops, period,
But
they're not going to get stopped.
It's different in a car because you can't maneuver the way you can in a motorcycle
or an ATV,
or
right?
an
You can go some
ATV.
crazy
Even
places.
though ATVs, I'm personally way more scared of an ATV than a motorcycle. Like those are way more deadly.
Now,
If
Mark,
you're going
you're
way,
pinned
if you-
under them.
they flip people off on a daily basis. You're getting flipped off an ATV.
did you have a bike? Have a bike?
A motocross bike that I rode. Never owned a bike though, because when I went on to buy one, my brother had just become a paramedic down in South Florida.
Oh, yeah.
He started bringing me home these pictures. Hey, here's the guy. What does that look like? Well, his head's over there, and there's his leg.
You know, I had bikes. I crashed a few, and I just put tickets. I bought $200 worth of tickets for 2013. The bike's up there, Mark, and it's the 27th of May. I'm going to go to the event.
You can win the bike.
I can win the bike. My mother is, she don't want a bike, But Mark, you had a bike for a long time, right?
I did. I think I was probably 18 when I got the first one.
Yeah, and now you still have
Honda
one,
Nighthawk 550. I still remember.
and you still have one.
That one?
No, you still have it. You're still on bikes every day.
Yes. No, I took a 15-year hiatus, I would say.
Okay.
Shortly after we were married, we agreed. No time, too
So
dangerous.
it was the bike of the wife, you got
raising
rid of the
kids.
wife.
Yeah, basically. That's the short version, yes. She said, you getting rid of it? And I said, okay, dear.
Now, Mark, I knew you when you were younger, and you were pretty off the rails.
Says you?
I was the good guy. Remember that? Remember, I was a little innocent
true,
blonde
that's
kid.
true.
You were off the. What about on a bike? You don't seem like you're crazy.
I did some silly things on it. The silliest was riding up the yacht club.
Okay.
The end
Oh,
of
and Tierney?
Yep.
Wow.
Rode up the ramp into the bar on the motorcycle. That was one of my better stories. So one that's
Drive-through,
memorable anyway.
And that
Many
invented
others.
the drive-through bar. That's awesome.
And but you don't get what
Nobody
about like
even said
speed
anything.
and all that?
Huh?
I mean, you're not. Are you a fan? You ever been a $120, $130?
No.
Never on a motorcycle.
110. And to me, it just starts feeling too shaky, too light on its wheels, and
That's why
And you
need
got a
bar.
big
not
bike.
for me. I don't see any reason. to
Mark,
go
you got a
faster
big
than that.
bike. You know, my nephew sent me a video
Yes.
not long ago. You remember this, Mark? He sent me a video of him going 191 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
that's
on a motor.
crazy.
And I told him,
Things happen
I got
too
really mad,
fast.
Bob. I you know how I'm crazy anyway, but I really got mad at him. I said, that stop. First of all, I knew he was a nut. He took my Genesis I had, and he goes on Grant Road, and he takes a video of him going 120 in my fucking Genesis on fucking Grant Road. He came back. He thought it was going to be funny. I almost fucking killed that kid. I grabbed him by the throat. I said, you little motherfucker. You kill someone. It's my insurance, my everything. Right. You're fucking 18, 19. You think you know how to drive? Fuck.
So speaking of 120 miles an hour, Larry, you talked about that you're going to go skydiving, which I highly recommend.
Right?
Why did you bring that up? I'm hoping they forget
Because
about
you were
it.
on that show. Yeah. No. This is the thing about skydiving, and I try
Mark,
to talk
you going?
into it.
Absolutely.
Let's
You
go.
guys go. I'll definitely
Let's
go.
go.
I've
Nick
been
has
looking for
been
like
really
this.
pushing me to go. I could do a video,
Have you ever
right?
skydived?
Twice, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I've been.
This
I
is
could
the
do a
crazy
video
thing
up there.
about
Can I
it.
do a video?
Yeah, well, they'll give you a video.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to do one of my own, like we do an actual podcast.
If you have a, if
Well,
you have a
we'll vlog
GoPro,
on
you
the
can.
We'll get all that shit, huh?
We'll vlog on the ground, and then you pay them $50 to.
Or, you know what?
record
If
it.
you wanted to do that, you could probably go to the place and say, hey, I want my own plane. I got 6 guys, and we're going to do this.
Yeah,
and that.
we'll give you the promotions for the and you'll build your business. Sure.
Exactly. But, you know, on a roller coaster, because I'm scared to death of heights. And I figured you go out, I figured, you know, when you're on a roller coaster, I freeze up, and then you're about halfway
I
down.
love roller coasters.
Okay. But that you do not feel the roller coaster feeling when you're skydiving.
No.
It is the craziest thing. You jump out, you don't even realize that you're going down, and all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, all you feel is the wind in your face. Now, I went for the one up in Titusville, 18,000 feet, and we were in about
18,000
feet.
Now, I flew planes, so the highest I even went in my Cessna was 12,000.
Okay. But with this, you're in about, it was about a minute and a half free fall. You're in 120 miles an hour. So you're going well over a mile, just straight down. And I'll show you the video. You know, I mean, your skin's flapping and everything. But I didn't even think about it. I'm scared of the heights. Didn't even think about, oh my God, when's he going to pull the chute? When he pulled the chute, you were like, oh,
The shoe
Cool.
was the shoe
No,
was
when
scarier for
you know
me.
when you see that on TV, the chute pulls and they go flying backwards.
No, that's because they're both going down, it looks like, because the other guy is still going faster. You don't even feel, all of a sudden it feels like you're on a swing in a playground. Oh, wow, look, the ground's coming up at us. You will love it. If you like roller coasters, it's easier than a roller coaster.
No, I like it, but I'm one of these guys that say, I lived through a lot of shit. I mean, I've been stabbed twice. I've been shot. I gotta go fucking die in some fucking parachute that don't fucking open. I mean, what the fuck?
So first of all, there's 2 parachutes. When I went with my daughter, right? She really wanted to go. And
Your daughter?
Yeah.
You have an adventurous daughter.
I do.
How old is she?
She is 40. She's gonna kick me in the ass for saying it, but she'll be 42 in August.
She married?
Not anymore.
I'm single.
I will. I'll show you her pics. She just moved down to Lauderdale.
Oh boy, I'm down there a lot.
There you go.
I know the area real well.
All right, I'll hook you
look,
up.
You know what he's saying? Fuck that shit.
He's trying to get off the skydiving topic.
Yeah. Exactly. I'll fix his shoe.
Yeah.
But we went in a group. Now she was the last one to go, and she had the master jumper went down with her, and the guy, like 2 people in front of me, the first chute didn't pop. But they have a backup, and that went. And this guy told them once their chute popped, he said, man, their chute didn't pop. And I was like, but even at that, if your chute
nobody panicked, nobody
panicked at all. But they were in that tent, they laid it out, you could tell there was a lot of activity. They were really freaked out that the first one didn't pop. And they were
So did they check every suit after that? Like, shoot?
Well, I mean, we left afterward, but you could tell they took that shit serious.
Now, I have a question for you. Like, you guys, first of all, when you jump tandem, right? You go with the guy.
Yeah.
So some guy and you are nuts to butt and all that shit, and then you go.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's my butt. But
listen, I can get around that, but it's. I mean, that doesn't even look comfortable.
You don't even realize it. I'll tell you, I watched the video last night of myself going out, and this is the freaky thing. I mean, he is strapped to you. He is like
there's no way you can get away.
There's no way. And even
Probably
when I'm walking,
a good sex toy too.
Yeah, it could be there.
I think it's just called sex at that point. Yeah.
But I go to gym and I remember stopping and being like, okay, should I go? But I'm thinking about, should I? You're thinking, is he on me tight enough? And that's the only reason that I stopped.
You stopped what? With what?
When we got up to the door, the idea was to just walk right at the door and go into a roll. And I sort of stopped to look because I'm like, is he with me? Like, sort of waiting for him to catch up.
You kind of shuffle to the door.
Oh, yeah.
But now, did you go alone? Did you pull the chute?
No, not at all.
You can't until you take classes.
Right.
I can't hear you, Nick.
You cannot until you take classes and do a certain amount of hours. So they take it really seriously. They don't joke around. They don't make jokes there. It's like.
Did you hear about the joke I made at the Daytona at Daytona with the Ferrari race? It didn't go over well. No. I went up to Vlad, the kid and all that, and I said, "Hey, listen, don't have a wreck out there." The fucking place got silent. Then the whole place,
Larry,
because we saw 3 wrecks, or we saw there were 3 wrecks there, and we find out. Do you know they have no insurance?
Oh, who the hell's going to insure?
$750,000 car totaled. I have a lot better ways I can spend $750,000. $750. Another guy, and they destroyed these cars. You know what I mean? I mean, littlest wrecks too. Well, you're going to 120 or whatever, 40. Vlad, people that know this, he got sideswiped at 200. They said about 200.
The other driver was going like
about
200.
Like he didn't even know he was hit until the mirror came off or whatever, right, or something like that.
Yeah, the driver that hit him didn't know he.
Right, the driver hit him did not know he hit him, and that's how. I mean, that's how close they were, and I think. Listen, I like to drive fast, and I am a fast driver, and I do not, and I'm telling everybody out there, I do not support it, and I shouldn't do it. But I'm a adrenaline junkie. I guess a little, not as much as we were.
You will love skydiving. It was a high when you landed. You were
and
like,
it's even better the second time.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Better the second time.
Wait, question. How do you
everything
fall?
Way more. Like you can see everything way more.
Yeah.
In my experience, like I just rendered everything way more like what was going on.
Yeah.
Is that a fucking youth term? He rendered everything.
Well, the first time
that's fucking some film shit.
The first time,
did you render?
The first time you're like, I could barely see the first time. I didn't know what was going on. Like,
Mark, did you know what render means?
I know Render's sister, Sue.
But I do.
Well, you're a computer guy too, Mark. So I have a question on that. So, what about landing?
Oh,
Mark? Have you ever skydived?
What about him?
Have you ever skydived?
No, I've been talking about going forever. So that's why if you guys go, I will absolutely be there.
So this is the way that you land. Now, the thing was my ear filled up. You know, like when you
They pop like a plane.
But this one didn't pop, so I'm completely deaf in my right ear. I'm already hard of hearing. And the guy's saying, you know, when you land, like you sort of, you know, your feet are up, and then you sort of like land on your feet and your butt. And you can hear on the video, he's saying, lift your feet up, lift your feet up. And I land right on my ass, which it didn't hurt. I'm telling you.
You know I have a
Anything
bad back.
got a
I have a
good
serious
slide.
bad back.
I didn't even feel any pain the next day. No, it was absolutely fine. You will love
You
it.
think my doctor will say you
slide.
got to do it?
What?
You think a doctor, one of my doctors would say do it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for
There
my
is-
back wise.
There is no pulled muscles, nothing. You will love
Mark,
it.
do you need another beer?
No, I'm good right now.
Oh, wow.
So you talked about a joke. I got a joke about parachuting. So this guy, he graduates out of the Army, gets out of boot camp. He wants to be like his father, wants to join airborne. He's all excited, tells his father, hey, man, I'm going to go become an airborne soldier. So he tells his father, hey, you know, tomorrow's my first jump. He calls his father the next night. He says, hey, we had our first jump scheduled today. He says, how'd it go? He says, man, I don't know. We got up there. I sort of froze. He said, I was like the third one to go. I didn't go. Everyone gets off the plane. He goes, finally, the last one, I couldn't jump. And the drill instructor said, either you get off my plane or I want to fuck you in the ass. His father says, well, did you jump? He goes, a little at first.
And then the dad says, I did the same thing. No, I can't say, I don't like the, you know, people, you ever see bungee jumping?
Yeah.
You know,
I don't
off
know
a
if I would
bridge
ever do
and
that.
I feel like
shit.
that'd mess your back up way more.
Well,
than
even
that.
any of that shit that, I don't know. You ever see these fucking guys that get in these fucking squirrel suits?
Yeah.
And they go along fucking
Those guys are
cliffs and
nuts.
shit.
This is awesome.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking crazy?
There's a
Yeah.
video out there of someone like clipping their arm on a cliff.
And there's the arm left behind?
No, yeah,
Like
he survived, but he broke like almost every bone in his
everybody
body.
out there, I got a couple things I got to announce. You're going to hear this. I review, and it's coming out tomorrow, Cocaine Bear. There's a movie. Did you guys know that?
Yes, I've heard about it. Yeah.
It is doing amazing. It was a about a $30 to $35 million movie, and they already made 88 million, I think, already, and it just came out in February, end of February, so it's only out a month or beginning of March, something like that. And it's this is the story. It opens up and it says, "This is is based on a true story." Well, when I'm watching this movie, we're watching it right here, him and I, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. There's no way this is real. This park ranger fucking blows this fucking guy's head off. The fucking bear's sniffing coke on the guy's face. The event is true. In 1985, a smuggler was in a plane and he dumping the coke out over Georgia, right here in Chattahoochee Park, Chattahoochee National Forest. And bags of cocaine, like 40 keys, were fucking in these bags, and a bear ate the fucking goddamn keys. Well, they made this bear a psycho bear at
killed,
500
like,
pounds.
12
Killed
people.
12 out of 10, 8 people. And he's killing everybody. And it's fucking, like he's got a brain. I'm going, oh, this is a smart mother. This is better than Yogi Bear. But this motherfucker, anyway, I go back and I do more research on it. The bear fucking was 175 pounds, and he ate fucking the keys, and he was dead between 30 and 45 minutes. He had a heart attack,
Movie
stroke,
over.
you know.
The
Oh,
end.
movie over. You know?
The
But
end.
they put all this fucking crazy shit. These guys hunting the bear. Matter of fact, you guys will notice, Ray Liotta, the actor, it was his last movie. He died during the filming of the movie. You guys know he died, obviously.
Yes.
And-
Karen!
I liked him.
Oh, Karen, that's my buddy. What are we going to do? I'd have killed her, too. A lot of coke. You got to remember, 2.2 for a key, you know, then you cut that. I mean, you know, a lot of money, man. You know, keys back when I was around were going for about 20. Well, up in New York, they were 25. I could get keys at 10,000. Now, I didn't do it. That let the record straight there.
Because that's illegal. Right?
It's illegal, and I wouldn't do that. And I'd rather just use a gun. But no, I I'm glad I never did, because there's conspiracy laws around that. And I didn't want to get involved in no conspiracy laws. And I can honestly say I knew that, and I kind of kept that. We had guys who did the drugs anyway, you know, and I'm not going to step on his business. He didn't step on my business. And my business was just a little bit more, I guess, violent, if you want to call it. I robbed a few drug dealers. And that was kind of fun. I used to tell them, It's me. I did this, motherfucker. You see me? Say one fucking word. Usually they move. But it's because I was just a psychopath.
Because they had the drugs on the front. They had
Yeah,
to
you're
move,
damn
you know?
right. They were
They had to
right. They had whatever money and drugs they didn't have. I was a little bit off, maybe a little bit. But now I'm like a normal guy. Like, I look at things normal. I have fun. I enjoy you guys' company. Mark and I went riding on motorcycles one day.
Yeah,
I
we
was
saw that
good,
video.
right, Mark?
Yeah, we
the
saw
whole
that
time?
Sure was, yeah.
I was good.
2 times.
Oh, we went twice.
First time you brought it back to your friend.
Right?
Yeah, where we rode. We didn't ride too long that day.
Was the
Somebody had
drop
been up
real
for
or
like 2
fake?
days
Yeah.
straight at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think you should be riding today.
Yeah, he goes,
Um,
why? I go,
but
he
then a
goes,
bunch
lad,
of-
you need sleep.
Yeah.
So was the drop real or fake?
Say that again?
Did he
Yes,
drop-
that's
when
what
he
I
dropped
want to
the-
know.
Yeah, did he drop the bike in the driveway? Was it real or fake?
Staged.
Permission to be honest, Larry?
Sure.
Yeah, it was real.
Well,
Yeah.
it dropped. I didn't see
Yeah,
how it
yeah,
dropped, if
okay.
that's what you're asking. But yeah, it dropped.
Yeah.
It was real?
Yeah, it was real. Come on now.
Sure.
Jordan.
I thought it was
Everyone
real. Of
drops a
course, we
bike.
helped you
Just
pick it
admit
up,
it.
yeah.
We all drop the
I
bikes.
just couldn't lift it.
We all drop the bikes. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I had
It's
fun
not.
that day.
It's not. It's,
Let's just say,
it's win.
and a lot
Okay,
of people
it's
gave
win.
me a lot of shit about that video.
And
I
they
don't know if you
should've.
know, but did you see
They
that?
should've.
I did, and
Like,
um,
oh, I
the
should,
joke-
but
the
they
punch-
don't know how it went.
The punchline.
You know,
didn't hit,
videos. Obviously, when we tape videos,
but the punchline did not hit. I watched the video too. It wasn't a very good punchline in editing. It wasn't a.
well, it wasn't.
Yeah. I can certainly see why the criticism was there. You may know the story behind the scenes, but
Why do you think it was?
because if you're driving a motorcycle without a helmet, you're going out to a bar and having some beers, whether it's 1 or 2 or whatever. I felt it was just especially with the demographics that you're shooting for.
But let me go back on that. Here's my pushback. First of all, the no helmet. Fuck them.
Well-
That's my fucking thing. Period. Everybody says I am not living to be anybody's role model. You know that. And
I do have a point on that.
Okay, we're gonna hear that.
Yep.
But and if it's about insurance and hospital
Yes,
bills and
yes,
money,
indeed.
I already have that. And then I could say my pushback on that, and I've had this one, Bob, is well then why are you fucking eating so much sugar? You're costing me money by going
Exactly.
fucking
Yeah.
heart attacks and whatever. So I'm not gonna buy that part of it. That is my choice. A helmet is my choice. A seatbelt should be my choice. You get a ticket. I'm not for that. I'm for really less controls of government.
Right.
And now the drinking and driving, where I can hurt somebody, I get.
Yeah.
I get. But I didn't do that. I was not inebriated or anything like that.
Right,
That's
but
not what the footage showed.
exactly. The footage showed perhaps a
Because
little bit more.
I believe
because-
you weren't drunk.
Right.
I
You
understand.
know
how-
me.
I
I mean,
understand how editing works.
I
You said
and
I'm built different.
I
Nick.
understand how the editing works and the day went. You probably stayed there long enough, but that's just not what the footage showed.
Yeah.
You know who was inebriated? I had a friend of mine had a beautiful, beautiful Honda Goldwing. And you should have seen when he come back here, he couldn't take the shirt off. That was the funniest fucking. I got the video for that.
Couldn't take the shirt off. What?
He gets so he could not take a shirt off or on, whatever the fuck. I got the video, Mark. So
Last time that happened to me. it
You-
was at
you
my
don't remember
Super
that,
Bowl
Mark?
party.
I don't.
oh, that was funny.
But I believe you.
Oh.
I
Now,
was-
my wife still makes fun of that. I had the last Super Bowl party I had in my house, I got the.
Am
drunkest
I
night
invited
of
to
my
next year?
35. There is no more. There is no
Oh,
more.
it's done.
It is done.
Why?
It's too much to. When we really did it, we said, I'll do it maybe.
I
on-
get
on
that, but
like
go ahead.
60,
Just
yeah.
wondering why.
So it's just it's a lot of work, and my wife said, you know what, it's time for us to move on from that. So our friends actually had it this year, but they asked me to do. I do some stupid stuff on that.
Well, you
Parts
can't
of
just
it,
tell people you did stupid stuff and leave it at that. What did you do stupid?
So it started out, I would do like a little raffle during halftime, give away some neat stuff. But then, people would be leaving at halftime. But I also do the Super Bowl box and everything. So to get them to come early, I said, we'll do like a raffle before the game. So then I started doing like a monologue, being whether it was Donald Trump or Bernie Sanders.
So
or
you do
Aaron
impressions?
Rodgers. Yeah. Well, it's probably bad impression.
Mark?
I just do a monologue, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Saying that
He's
he's that
being
person.
nice.
Yeah. So I go out, I write some jokes, and this time it was probably about a 4 or 5 minute monologue. A lot of people loved it. Some people are like, I'm here to watch a football game, but it was a lot of fun. We give away a lot of stuff. held up the Crooked Diamond.
There you go. Right, we're smoking them right now, man.
Yep, and Beef O'Brady's.
Did anybody smoke them?
We didn't have a cigar cutter. One person had a lighter. And
soon you'll be giving out the boxes.
Matter of fact, guys, what you've probably been hearing, we have we call them starter kits. One of each of our cigars, an ashtray, a lighter, a cutter, a video on how to light them, smoke them, and discount coupons in one package, $69. So we're doing it. So a lot of young people want to get in without buying a box because they're $200. But even $200, they're only $10. $10.50 a cigar is cheap for premium cigars. You'll see cigars at $20. You know that. I mean, and our cigars are compared right now to the
you get 20 of them, right?
You get 20 in a box, right? So, and our cigars, I mean, I love. I'm not just saying that. I mean, we have had so many reviews, and people just like the cigar.
Yeah, and I don't smoke a lot of cigars. I probably had 5, maybe 6 in my life. But when I came over that time before Christmas,
you came here. We smoked one. Yeah,
Larry was very kind to autograph a book for my daughter, and she was very appreciative of that. But I had one of the cigars. Awesome cigar. That's right. I did get you the book. Did she like it? She did. Usually when I give a book like that or anything, I say to them, here's the one deal. I want you to let me know what you thought of the book or post something or whatever. I didn't. That was because it was from you. I didn't want it to be from me, the book. But I'll do that. And some people do, post it, throw it on Instagram or something like that. And everybody loves the book. I mean, have you read my book? I sure did. As a matter of fact, that was the thing. Before I came into the last show, I read the book that weekend because I'll zip through a book. And, the amazing thing was that, and I don't want to say this about Larry, but he says the real deal. Larry and I spoke for about, maybe 2 minutes before even getting on this microphone. Right? Mark is obviously a friend of Larry's. And
I know Mark for
50
years.
Yep.
Over 50 years. Yeah, 50
absolutely.
years.
Yeah.
Yep. So I read the book. Looks like we had a lot in common. I come on the show. I mean, and again, and Larry we just started talking. So when he says the real deal, that is what you're seeing is he's meeting somebody for the first time.
True.
And you're just talking and stuff, and it just flowed real well and everything. But, Larry was born, Larry lived about 9 miles from where I did in the Bronx. He was born 17 days before me.
Wow.
That's probably why on this camera I look so young and, he looks a little bit aged.
I went through a lot rougher life.
Sounds like it was meant to be, Bob.
But I look, we named this the real deal, and we don't edit, we don't cut. Everybody knows that.
Right, exactly.
And no matter who comes in, and what we have found, people like that.
Yeah.
They want to be in on the conversation. It's 4 guys right now, drinking, smoking cigars, rapping about shit. That's great. And we got a 25-year-old now, which I'm bringing Nick all the time because he's 25 and I'm 61. Because he tells me all the time, Larry, you dress like shit. Because I'm always in basketball shorts and shitty ones. He don't like them. He goes, you got to get new fucking.
Well, it's not. I say it all the time. He'll try to go to events in basketball shorts. I'm like, dude, the judges are gonna be there. Like, you can't show up in basketball shorts. Dude.
But you know what? That's the way it is. My wife really
what the fuck?
got me out of my jeans, and I don't mean that in a sexual way. I mean, she was like, you know what? You need to have a
put that skirt
class.
on.
Exactly. I'm drinking Bud Light, so if I stand up, you'll see my skirt.
I'm in. So, well, we really have done it, and he does. He tells me, I didn't know how maybe off I am. If he's right, Larry, that don't match.
He's right.
That don't match. Mark, you've never said that. My whole life.
You will walk out of the house with like a dingy green sweater and then green sweatpants that aren't the same green. Like, I don't know if I just don't know if you should walk into an event like that. That's like, I just don't know.
And I just don't understand.
It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not a fashion icon. I'm just.
Well, you think you are.
I don't think green and green that
he
don't
won't
match.
wear pants now. This kid, they call them skinny
I know.
jeans.
I'm hoping he doesn't stand
up. I do not wear skinny.
Now,
jeans.
what are these things that taper to the leg?
They're joggers. They're not skinny.
No.
You wear skinny jeans?
No, Nick. Hey, Mark. He wears pants. He gets them tailored.
Mark's not even wearing pants. Those are nice underwear.
Yeah.
Under Armour. Only the best, man. I wear Under Armour.
Wait till I tell the people about the show we're going to be doing. But anyway, Nick goes to get pants. And he gets pants, and it costs him $50 to have them hemmed.
He just leaves parts of the story out. I got
What
2 pairs of pants, hemmed and tapered.
Tapered.
$25.
Who gets fucking pants tapered? That
I'm
they're
still
so
here in skinny
tight?
jeans.
Thank you, Mark. Isn't that skinny jeans?
I thought they
Tapered?
were just for. I guess they're not just for girls anymore. Huh?
No.
Isn't tapered skinny jeans?
No, tapered means that
tapered is right by the ankle. Skinny jeans are like hugging
Why
your
would you do
thighs.
that? You can't take them off quick enough to change if you rob something. You need to get out of the pants.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See the way I think?
That's what I'm worried about.
No, I
But, back to that's what we're saying with Larry and I. So here's the funny thing, right? So we lived 9 miles from each other. And trust me, in the Bronx in the 1970s, 9 miles was like living in California, right? It would take over half an hour to get there. There's 1.4 million people in the Bronx and everything. But the funny thing is then, Larry winds up in North Lauderdale, Florida. I lived in North Lauderdale, Florida. Larry then moved to Coral Springs, correct, Larry?
Yes,
I lived in Coral Springs at the
Yes,
same
I did.
time.
I actually behind the Toys R Us
Yeah.
off of.
And I lived just on the other side, east of the mall. And then we wind up in Palm Bay together. And, we had
you
never
know
met.
what? That
It's
is
like a
true.
bad
That
acid
is
trip.
funny. It is.
That
it
is, you know what?
Acid.
Acid. Anybody say acid? Acid. No.
So that's the funny thing we started talking about before the show. The only time that I ever did acid, friends of mine had told me, hey, you're going to see freaky things. Just don't go with it. Don't believe it. It's not really happening. Don't panic.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm at this party, right? I eat it, and I'm starting to, and I'm with guys that I don't, I've met in like the last month. Down at this party, and all of a sudden I'm starting to feel like I'm invisible. I'm like, no, Bob, you're not invisible. Just relax. And somebody goes, hey, where's Bob? And I just freaked, man. I'm over here, man.
I'm right here. Oh, man. I remember when I was a kid. You remember the show Invisible Man?
Oh, yeah.
They did that fucking thing, and he had the wrap white towel around his head when he.
So
I always want to be invisible. You imagine you walk into fucking, girls' locker room or some shit, and you're invisible.
So here's another joke. if you
No,
wanna hear
I'm not a
another joke.
pervert. Anybody out there? That's just what kids did. That's what I was a kid when I was thinking. I don't think that now.
So here's another joke. If you want to hear a joke, Superman wakes up one day, and he says, I've been real busy. I haven't seen my friends or everything. So he flies over to Gotham City, sees Batman, hangs out with him. Flies over to Central City, hangs out with the Flash, goes over to Atlantic Ocean, hangs out with Aquaman. He says, I haven't seen Wonder Woman in a while. Flies over her house, and she's in the back nude sunbathing. He's like, man, I've always wanted to hit this. He swoops down, pow, pow, he hits it, he flies off. Wonder Woman yells, what the fuck was that? And Invisible Man says, I don't know, but my ass hurts.
Was the Invisible Man a character, like a superhero of some sort?
I don't think so.
Nah, I remember it as the old black and white.
With Claude
No,
Rains.
Claude Rains, exactly right.
The Invisible Man is in DC. Yeah, he's just not a prominent character.
But then there's been 2 contemporary movies made out of it. Kevin Bacon was in one.
As the Invisible Man?
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Wow.
what? There's the Invisible Man now.
Yeah, he's been. Leave him alone. He's been my pal. I talk to him all the time. The doctor said it might be something else, but I still believe he's Invisible Man. No, listen. I won't say an expert on acid. I love acid, and the best trips of my life I've been on acid, and actually have been in prison. And
You'd need that.
when you're in a little cell, and I'm talking about 8 foot by, I think it was, my cell at that time was, I think, 8 by 9. 8 by 9 or 8 by 10. And it's normally 2 people. And anyway, I'm in this fucking cell, and they lock you in at 10 at night. And you can't get out until they crack the doors at 6 in the morning. Well, what we used to do is we'd drop a hit at 9:30, maybe 9:15, because it takes 30, 40 minutes to hit. Now, we drop more than one sometimes. I've dropped 4. And the 4 I've dropped is when I floated out of the prison, the best high I've ever had.
It'll get you.
And what happened was, you do 2, and I'd watch the wall across the tier, and the wall and the paint starts fucking breathing and shit. And I go, oh, this is going to be great. And now the guard's coming around to lock the doors, so you got to get in your cell. Now, the first thing you do then is you have to get a battery pack. We always had batteries for our transistor. We had transistor radios. That's how fucked up that is. But when in Atlanta, you're in the city. So you had great radio stations. Sure. It's not like you bumfuck Jessup, Georgia, or fucking, when I was in Yazoo, Mississippi, or fucking Forest City, Arkansas. How many radio stations you get? You get fucking Hobunk, fucking, Haystacks Calhoun, the wrestler, and fucking those fucking guys in those pants.
601 pounds.
Playing banjos. And you got to worry about the fucking guy with the cross eyes looking at you. So.
Doesn't some of your audience live out that way?
Maybe not. I love it out there.
That's what I thought you meant to say.
Yeah. Larry dated a goat from out there.
Yeah, pretty good. I told you if sheep could cook, we'd fucking kill women. No, I'm only kidding, women. So anyway, what happened was I used to do that acid, and you have your battery packs, and every Saturday night they had the Grateful Dead from midnight to 4 a.m. So you'd get in there, and
Acid music.
Jerry Garcia again. I would sit and crank my headphones, and I mean, usually your celly's doing it too, whatever. You're in your zone. You don't know anybody's around. And at about, after you're into your acid hit for 5 hours, 6 hours, the best part is jacking off the first time. Holy shit. You feel like your whole body is coming out of you because it's a nerve drug.
Your soul.
It touches the nerves. And I'm not kidding you. It's the best feeling in the world.
I'll have to try that.
Yes. Never do acid without doing that on the way down. And I usually do it 3 times.
A missed opportunity on my end.
And I do it 3 times usually. One, it gets better. Then by the 3rd time, I'm tired. I'm sweating. I'm dehydrated.
You have scabs on your penis.
No. Listen, I've gained. Listen, I got calluses because that's what you did for fucking 12 years, Mark. It wasn't like you could go up to the massage parlor. The one you go to over there.
Yeah, your brother told me about
the one with happy endings. Hey, listen, that should be legal. That's the oldest profession in the world, and it should be legal. I don't care what anybody tells me. Think of that. We're trying to tell.
It is in some countries.
It should be here.
Yeah, as long as they can tax it, they're okay with it.
It's okay in some states.
Yeah, you know what it is? Why I'm really pro it? We use sex, all of us, not guys more, women, in a roundabout way anyway. When they dress sexy to go to work and their cleavage is beautiful and their dress and their makeup is so hot, you don't think they're impressing that boss with that sexuality to get that raise or do whatever it is. Now people say, oh, no, but you shouldn't look at them like that. Come on. Who the fuck you kidding? Then there's sex industries that are legal, which is strip joints and then they have the full nude strip joints and then, some with the pasties. I love that. No full nudity. They put a Band-Aid, exact flesh colored, over the nipple, which does ruin it a little bit. But you can't get that little eraser tip. And it's just, I look at that and say, what the fuck is wrong with us? We have so many laws that are stupid. And that comes from religion, in my mind.
Definitely.
Religion
That's
is...
that Puritanism. And I'm
that,
afraid to be naked. I'm afraid to have sex.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the show. We're going to have a show on here, everybody. And it's going to be a naked show. You're going to hear us. Yes, you're not going to see it. You're going to see us, in fact, because we're going to have cameras. But we are going to do a naked show. Not on your... Obviously, you can see the show. You look
this wasn't
up there.
Nick's idea.
Yeah, he's been trying to get this.
No, it's
for months now.
This is going, and I'm gonna have 2 ladies that are strippers. They're gonna come on,
Dancers,
professional, and the guys, myself, and whoever wants to come, it can sit on the couch, and they have to be naked. So everybody in this studio will be naked.
Are you gonna have a sheet on the couch?
Yeah, I think I better. Just because you sweat.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Are you
going to
take a shower before you get here?
Yeah. Oh, Bob.
I asked a question.
I
just said, are you going to take a shower before you get here? It's a good
What
idea.
day. It's usually Tuesday when
Mark,
Now
that's
that
a
you
little
made us
loaded
all
question.
Picture your ass sitting on the couch.
No, but Mark, that's a loaded question.
Amen.
It's because it's like you want to know if he has a shower. I don't want to know. I don't want to get that close.
No. He's a nice guy and all, but no, not like that.
I don't know. He's a good-looking guy. I mean, he could be good at selling in prison.
What's funny?
Neither one of us have plans to go in there, though.
Me either now. But
Good.
you never know.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, we went to I was telling you beforehand, we went down to St. Bart's and the nude beaches down there in the Caribbean. We went to one in St. Martin one time, and a woman was topless next to us, and we're talking to her, everything's good, my wife and I. So we went up to the bar, to grab something to eat and have a drink. And she
Were
goes,
you naked?
No, I wasn't.
But you're in a naked beach and not naked.
Yeah, but
I think that's disrespectful.
But there's nobody else who's naked. If everybody else was, I would. But it's called a clothing optional beach, but everybody has their clothes on.
Well, fucking then take it off and say
Be a trend
mandatory.
setter.
I'm a member of AANR. You know what that is, Mark? Probably. American Association of Nude Recreation. It's campgrounds all over there.
Okay.
And you'll look on my RV, it says A&R, and I pay every year. And they actually support a lot of stuff. And it's all clean. It's not fucking, whores and shit. It's people who like to be naked in the world. We were born naked. So you come and you're out there and you can go in the forest.
With a suit.
Who?
I came out with a suit.
The birthday suit, right. And I love the fact, I like it because the breeze through your balls or whatever it is. It's not even that. Yeah, it is that. And I like the sun.
Buy him a fan.
No, the sun. I don't know. It's really a feeling of freedom. Now, I talk about swinging. I didn't know if you guys knew this. On Sirius XM, The Rude Jude Show, I'm an expert on swinging. So whenever they have something with swinging, they call me and I'm on there. And it's about freedoms. I'm so pro-freedom with everything. And I don't judge, so I don't give a fuck. We all are, especially us our age, at 60 years old, all of us in this room, even Nick to a point, listen, we're all adults. You do what the fuck you want. I don't care. Respect each other. And we do. Mark, we know each other for 50 years, 50 plus years. Never had fights. Never, like with each other. We can have an argument. Go fuck yourself and that's it. And nobody gives a shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Very true.
And you look at that and you live a life like that. And that's why we're friends for 50 fucking years. You don't see each other for years and years and years. Then and it's like, you know the fucking guy. Yep. And that's with everybody, especially the neighborhood, the guys we grew up. Even like you, we grew up in the same neighborhood, the same way.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in common.
And no matter what you went through in life, I know where you come from. So I know you're not going to judge people.
Right. That was part of it in reading your book. Like, a couple of the stories that you said, which I really laughed at. You talked about that story where, you had to play basketball wearing slippers.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
Dad laid off and shit.
Yep. And a lot of this, when you tell people today, hell, even when I tell my wife some of the stories. So now I never played basketball wearing slippers, but I will tell you what happens. The old Pro Cads or the Converse.
Dollar in the bin. You remember, Mark,
Right.
the big sneakers?
Oh, yeah.
And what would happen with those was where your foot pivots, the rubber would give out. It would completely crack. And then we're telling, listen, so now you got to go 4 days without a pair of sneakers. Well, I still want to go out. My mom would actually grab a cardboard box and cut out, sort of like an insole for your shoe. You get out, that may last half an hour. So now you cut out 4 or 5 of them, and you're putting them in your shoes. You're playing, now your socks going through. And I mean, listen, I'm not bragging, I was poor, I was this or that, but, I related that to you.
You do what
That's
you
how
have.
At that point,
That's
wouldn't
the way
you
you
play
did it.
better if you were just barefoot?
No, not on concrete.
Not on concrete.
Not on concrete. There was no grass. It was
Oh,
concrete.
it wasn't.
We
like
were
a
in the concrete
smooth
jungle,
concrete.
man. There's glass. Remember, Mark, where we
okay,
played?
okay.
This is a true story.
I thought it was
glass.
like
We were near the
tennis
bridge.
court,
Exactly. Dog shit.
Oh,
Remember?
glass. I mean, there was so
Okay.
much glass up
Oh,
near the
hell yeah.
bridge and Tunnel Authority over there. Oh, my God.
So this is a true story. When we moved out of New York City, so I'm living up, again, 20 miles out in Rockland County. And my daughter's playing, she's probably 3 or 4. She's playing with a girl she just met at the park. They're sitting there in the sandbox. And I went walking over and I said something to him. And my daughter says to me, when you were a little kid, did you play in the trees? No. I said, I lived in the Bronx. I lived in the city. There were no trees. And the other little girl looks up at me and she says, you're from the city? My dad said that's where all the black people come from. Did you used to be black? That is crazy.
I was talking about, I was talking to a friend about that the other day. Racism. We didn't see it like they did, I think. Because, first of all, Mark and I went to Lehman High School. I mean, it was so integrated. I mean, that's when busing came.
Yeah.
They were taking them from down South Bronx to bring them to our schools. And we went to school. We had no school buses. We went on the trains and we went on the bus. Remember the nickel bus passes?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I do.
and then we're taking city buses at kids. We used to take the trains at 12 years old to go downtown or whatever the fuck we did. But we didn't look at it. We all become cautious. We know what to look for. And, it's just something like you do. And I find that a little bit disconcerting to me in Florida here, especially in the county we're at here. There's a definite underlayer of racism you see. And I'm not a racist. I'm not a sexist. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. If you're good to me, I'm good to you. If you're, and I don't care what you do, you're not affecting my life. I tell people, why do you give a fuck? The Chris Rock thing, the beer. Why do you give a fuck, Chris Rock? Are you secretly wanting to wear a dress?
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. I'm sorry, yeah.
That's right.
Kid Rock. Are you wanting to wear a fucking dress yourself? Go wear the fucking dress, Kid Rock. Go be Bruce Jenner. I mean, Bruce Jenner was an athlete when we grew up. You remember that motherfucker was the best athlete in the world. You remember that?
Oh, yeah,
1976, the decathlon
76,
champ. I
yeah.
mean, that's unfucking real. But anyway, and I looked at that like, usually those people who are the hardest against anything are the ones that want to fucking do some shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of evidence for that.
And listen, and I don't even care if they do. Give the
It's none of my
fuck.
business.
Listen, if he uses enough grease for me, then I'm all right. But not enough grease, then I'm in trouble. No.
I'll remember
Everybody's
that,
just
Larry.
looking at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I just got 3 looks. Now,
Yeah.
Nick,
Do you have any preference?
depends. For trannies? Yeah, of course. Can't have too big a penis. But now, Nick,
Oh, then I'm in luck.
Nick, you're from this generation. 25 years old, St. Louis, somewhat of a city, I guess.
It is a city.
Okay, but
350,000 people.
Nick,
We just
it's
don't
got-
have. We don't have skyscrapers.
You got a
know.
baseball team. You used to have a football team. You got a hockey team. Yeah, St. Louis is a city.
listen, any fucking city that gets rid of their fucking team, that's not good.
Yeah,
Football.
from economics and everything. else.
He gets the boy. Get back to you with the sex issues or the colored issues, the black issues, black white issues. Did you have them, or was it there, or did you just not grow up that way?
No, St. Louis is like a melting pot. There's like down here. When I moved down here, I was like, something's different here, and I couldn't
Wow.
figure it out. I
That
couldn't
it's
figure it
not
out.
as diverse. Right?
Yeah, and then I
That's-
figured it out within like 2 days. I was like, everyone's white. That's what it is.
You didn't see black people.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to Disney World?
It was. Well, that's
No, I'm
not
serious,
here.
but-
This is here.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, he's talking about
right
Brevard County.
here, you know, right here.
You know, it is funny because
Because
ahead.
it's like Bosnians, Mexicans, black. It's not just blacks in St.
It-
Louis.
it-
It's
it is funny that you say
Bosnians,
that.
Mexicans.
Yeah. Because when I moved up here in 2005, I moved out of South Florida, and I lived in the Bronx, obviously, and that was the one thing that
shit,
I
we
noticed
live
up
in
here.
the same area.
I know.
Wow.
And I was like, man, it's not as diverse, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, I lived with, you know, like you said, Jews and blacks,
Jews,
and
Italians,
Hispanics,
Spanish,
exactly,
anybody.
everybody. But you know,
Irish, some of the craziest
is
Irish
the-
motherfuckers you ever
Yep.
want to meet.
and you know, this is the one irony that I said. Think about it. Like when you and I were born, right? Blacks couldn't drink out of the same water fountain, separate bathrooms, and that's why
Really?
this whole thing now.
Yeah,
with the,
that's
oh
true.
hell yeah. And here's
That
the-
only changed in the 70s.
no. It became,
Well,
became
in the
outlawed in
South,
'64.
in the South,
What?
wait, in the South, it was into the shit 80s. You know, like in Alabama and
well,
Louisiana.
legally it was till '64.
Yeah, well-
but they still kept that. But you know, that's the whole thing. And sometimes I wonder, you know, the whole
It
thing
was
with
still segregated.
Now, today, somewhat. Some of those
No,
places
I'm talking
somewhat.
about.
not legally.
Oh, okay.
Right?
But you know,
Because-
prisons
I was
like
you
that
guys
now.
just made yourself way older than I thought.
To me, that's maybe not naturally racist, right? If I walk into a room, and I mean, like last night I watched the NFL draft. If I walk into that, there's 1,000 people there. I see a guy with a Miami Dolphin shirt. I'm a fan. I'm naturally going to go over there and talk to him, right? So you could see, whereas when you're greeted with strangers, you get to people who are
So
similar
you're
to
saying
you.
if you were in a room with 1,000 black guys and you see the white guy, you're going to migrate towards the white guy.
Probably, and
Okay.
and
I mean,
and
that's
vice
legit.
versa.
I mean, I can
No,
understand that.
they've done studies with like kids even just wearing like the same colored shirt.
Right. You just
know?
feel more comfortable. But you know what? Listen, then when you get to know people and that, I mean, like I remember when I was growing up and all these, and really my point is that with the whole thing with Bud Light and the transgenders and everything, I sometimes wonder, you know, I'm looking back now 60 years and going, so blacks couldn't use the same bathroom as white. In 60 years, there's going to be somebody sitting there going, why the hell did men and women use different bathrooms? That's so stupid. And we're not ready for
Right.
it right now. We're not ready for it right now. But I'm saying, you know, it's that progression, you know, that you look at. And
I
one
always
thing-
looking for progression, though, if it's going to be good or bad for everybody. And economic-wise, maybe growing up with a family and, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many studies that say if you grow up with a mother and a father, you're going to grow up better.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a mother and father that didn't help me, but a lot of people, most people, it does. And I get that part of it. And, you know, I just think that...
Well, it's also the dual income and everything.
you know, my mother worked. She worked. She was a nurse.
So did my
and my father. And when my mother, listen, they raised 5 kids and fucking dog, and my dad gets laid off, and that happened back then. Mark, wasn't your family in the construction business too, like bricklayers or something?
No, stone derrickman, put the stone on the outside of the building. I did that for almost 7 years.
Yeah, and that's hard work, man. But it's union work up north, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
And they get paid very well. And it's, you don't see, and it was very family oriented. Even the construction industry, like when my brother went and my dad gets him in, they keep getting, it's all, what do they call that? There's a name for that when it's like that.
It's like nepotism.
It's kind of like that, something like that. But I look at, like, I just don't, I lived in prison. Now, people, I used to tell black friends of mine in prison, I said, fuck you, motherfucker. You don't know what it's like to prejudice. Fuck you, you're a white man. I said, wait a minute. I'm in prison. It's 15% white. I'm the black guy. You're never going to be white. Look at me. So I know what it's like. I know. I was in there, and I was when I was in Atlanta, when I say the guards, everybody, and you could feel the racism towards you, and it is a different feeling. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that. And I think like that, and I say, wow, I get it. I have friends, black friend, matter of Teresa's brother-in-law is a great guy named Ron, and he's 70 years old, and he says, Larry, you don't ever want to live in my skin for a month. I go, what do you mean, Ron? He goes, he's in Iowa. He says, I was pulled over there, 70 years old, nice, retired, hardest working guy I ever met, great guy. He said, I was pulled over because they said a black guy robbed a store. 30 years
In
old,
Minnesota.
he's 70, he's, and that's scary for them. You get pulled over and you hear about shootings, you hear about this shit, and you're a black guy. Mm-hmm. And I think about that and I go, wow. You know the funniest thing with Nick? Nick thought we were all black. He thought all you were black.
No.
He did. Am I right, Nick? He goes, he thought my friend John, the doctor, doctor,
That's where I'm from.
My doctor friend and his wife, John and Laura. I thought they were black. Next couple.
Like when he talked.
Why? Yeah. Why did you think everyone was black?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Do you still think we're black?
No,
he was
not
just
at this
hoping,
point.
I guess.
No.
He's like, I hate white guys.
But it's so funny that you say that because
I just wonder where that comes from.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of cool that you just.
Oh, I totally.
That,
in other words, he's actually projecting black instead of just nothing.
Yeah.
I never even thought about it. Of course, you think because of a voice or how a person talks or whatever it is, where they're from. Listen, everybody from Alabama, I think, is black when they open their mouth. White, black, or nothing. If you open your mouth and you're from Alabama, I swear you're black. Yeah. I was listening to Bear Bryant once, and just listening. But no, of course he's not. And he's the old man with the hat, and all this shit. Yep. So I didn't know where today. And I like getting a young guy like him. He's 25, and I love the fact that he don't give a shit about gay, straight, trans. Do you?
It is going to be transitional by generation, and it certainly hasn't happened fast enough. But I had a job.
But
in
you're
South
pretty,
Florida.
and I don't know if it's because us three here, Mark, are from New York, the city. City really. That we're just we don't give a fuck either. We'll go with the punches.
Yeah, but there were always those prejudices when you're little, and living in the Bronx.
Everybody has them.
Exactly, but living in the Bronx too, what a lot of people don't understand is even if, like in my neighborhood, it was a small area. But even like if I crossed, Kingsbridge Road, there's all whites over there. If you went past Cedric, there's all whites.
Oh, Cedric. Cedric was blowjobs too. There was a good. I used to get down there.
Damn,
Cedric
you're telling me now?
Mm-hmm. Mark, look at Mark. Yeah, he knew where all those fucking places were.
No, because that's where you would exchange buses and go to Fordham Road.
Right, Morris Avenue.
Fordham Road.
Yep, yeah.
Alexander's. That's where my mom worked. Right there.
They had a porno. Do you guys remember the theater in the Circle in Parkchester? The porn theater.
Parkchester.
I remember the theaters in Parkchester.
It was a porno. It was a fucking porn theater.
Yeah, down by Macy's.
Down near the, and there was the bank in the corner, and then it was then that Circle. I used to get off. I remember sneaking in there once, coming home from work from down where we worked with my Uncle Jimmy down in Manhattan, and it was late at night, like 10 o'clock. My dad used to pick us up at the train station because the buses weren't running to the Bronx that often, late night. Mm-hmm. So we'd get off, and he'd pick us. 11 o'clock, because that's when we figured the train out. I remember leaving Jimmy's down in Manhattan, and I get there at 9 o'clock, and I always wanted to go into the porn movie theater, I'm a little fucking kid, 15 years old, fucking. I pay my fucking money. They let you in. There was nothing like carding people, Nick. Like, you get carded when we're out.
Yeah, the bullshit fake IDs anyway, right?
We
Like
didn't
a
have to
fucking-
have that. Mark, did you have a fake
I've
ID?
No.
I've had.
And did you
5.
ever need it?
No, went to the WAP shop when we were 14. I had no problem selling us beer.
How about we go to the bar, the Silver Beach
Silver
Tavern
Beach
at
Tavern,
15?
same thing, yeah.
I look like I'm 10. I'm sitting at the bar. Give me a drink. How about fucking Alfie's place?
Same thing.
Everybody went to.
Especially when Danny Boy O'Donnell
Oh.
became bartender there.
Oh my God!
Things got even better.
It got better. You could be 10.
Look like
That was
you're
owned by a
7.
neighborhood guy, too.
Huh?
That was owned by a neighborhood guy. You,
Oh,
you knew him better than I
Yeah,
did.
he lived on my block. The Gallagher's.
That's right.
No, they
that
own.
was it the Gallagher?
No,
I
it's
thought
Tarpies.
the Gallaghers were
The
involved.
Tarpies.
Right.
Tarpies
Yes.
owned it because they had the dog,
Right.
Alfie, and I
Yeah,
remember that
sheepdog or
dog,
whatever it
sheepdog.
was, yeah.
And he lived right down the block from us, and the Gallaghers lived on your block, right down from you, and they owned the Silver Beach, not Silver Beach, German Stadium. What was that place?
Correct. Oh, Charlie's Inn.
Charlie's Inn. They own
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
man. I remember that. And
But
we,
that's what's so different.
In fact,
and they know your age. That's the best part. They know you're
Oh,
14.
yeah.
and they probably know your parents, and you know if your parents are going to give a shit. And
they-
it was a completely different world back over then, and that's what you know.
Bob,
yeah,
I never seen him caught a person until I was, I think, in the military. But then I was legal because 18 was drinking when we all grew up.
So that's the funny thing. Here in Florida,
It was legal to drink at 18.
Yeah, that's the funny.
I
thing.
know Nick is saying, how the fuck old are these fucking guys?
It was 18 when I turned,
Yeah.
and then they changed the law to 19, and it was effective on October 1st. So for 19 days, I couldn't drink legally in Florida because they didn't grandfather it
Oh,
in.
Florida.
Yeah, so 3 weeks, and then boom, I was drinking again.
I went in the military at 17, and I got out. I was 18. I turned 18 in boot camp, and obviously it's legal to drink in the military and anything. And, you know, we're in the Coast Guard bars on base, getting trashed. When I say fucking trash, you can't walk
Oh,
home.
military trash, yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't give a shit. I loved the military back then. Now, you know, if you get a DUI or anything in the military, fucked. You're kicked out. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, now back when I if you sucked the dick back when I was in there, you got kicked out. Now you can do that.
Wow,
Where did
imagine
that come
So,
from?
yeah,
I had to say that. I just fuck with everybody.
Working in somehow.
I had to fucking throw it in there, Mark. You know that.
Yeah, of course.
But Nick, I really am happy, and I love working with Nick. I got to say that.
He's a good guy.
He is, and he keeps me young. Not that I listen. I like to go out. I like to party. I like this stuff. But what I mean by that is, I get the viewpoint of somebody who's 25, and it is my audience. You know that.
Yeah.
That is little. You're a rarity. You know, you're the rare. You're the one that skews my demographics up a little bit. But do you watch my videos too?
I don't watch too many of them. I mean, I listen to the show
How do you listen to it?
podcast. When
I mean, on Spotify or whatever.
on Apple. Yeah.
And at work, or when do you?
When I'm driving at work, I can't listen to a podcast if phone's ringing.
So you actually get in the car and you just throw it on.
Yeah.
That's the only
So-
time I listen to podcasts is driving.
Mark, do you listen to any of our shit? No. Yeah. He ran.
No, I do.
You really do? No. Boy, I was gonna call bullshit on that one. Real fucking.
But like if I'm driving to St. Louis, podcasts.
Right,
It's not
yeah.
music. It's podcasts every time.
Well, you know,
It keeps
Nick,
me awake 'cause
Nick
I'm-
really is a YouTuber too. Do you have cable?
Yes.
See, you're a rarity. Most people over 50 do. Under 50 do not have cable.
I'm working.
Mark,
on
do you
that.
have cable?
No.
We're looking to get rid of it.
Yeah, why
Because we
would
have something else now.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
better.
Apollo.
So yes, everything is, and even when we did, yes, 90% of my viewing is streaming services.
Yeah.
I'm headed there.
I just don't. The only reason there's cable coming into this house is because there's a 90-year-old lady in there. Did you see her on my last video?
I didn't see the video.
You
but
got to
I
watch
heard
the
your mom.
cooking
I
video.
saw the title and I definitely wanted to see it. Now you reminded me.
You got to see my mom when I give her the French onion soup. And she kind of like yells at me a little bit and shit.
It's pretty fun.
Nick is just sitting there filming. She don't know she's filming. This is the greatest part. My mom doesn't
Right.
know. And if you ask her that she was on after you tell her, I don't remember anyway, so it doesn't matter. But we're going to do a video with her where she's going to not know she's video and just ask. We should have did it last night. I watched some TV with Mom. Nick and I watched TV before. I did a video last night. So we go in there and I said, Mom, we're going to hang out because the patio got blown away with that hailstorm.
Right, that's crazy.
So my mom smokes right here now. She got the studio here to smoke. And I told her, Mom, you're 90. It's your house. Smoke wherever the fuck you want.
Right.
I mean, Nick goes, man, I'd smoke right in that fucking chair. You know what I mean? You're 90. Who gives a shit? I told my mom, drugs. I won't do drugs. I said, Mom, if you want heroin, I'll go get you heroin. You're 90. Who gives a fuck? Think about that. I meant that on a real note. If I had any pains or anything and I wanted to do anything at 90, if I live to 90, I really feel for the people I don't like because I just might kill them. And fuck it, you're 90. What are you going to do? Put you in jail for a year?
for life for 3 days.
I never thought I'd want to live to 90, but now I'm rethinking that. Maybe I do want to make it to 90. It sounds like it's a good time.
Think about it. I mean, we're getting to that point anyway now.
Yeah.
And now I look at it, and I look at Nick and his ambition. And one of the things, I told him this on the air, so it's not a blow his head. He never complains. Never complains. And I'm a workaholic. You know that,
Yep,
obviously.
yep.
And he knows it, too. He says, damn, I'm always working. And he's figured out how, but he also says that I talk in riddles. You hear me a lot.
Yeah.
Do I talk in riddles? Honestly.
Not in the.
See,
anything
not
I've
you're a
heard
New
from
Yorker.
you.
See, the New Yorkers, I don't talk in riddles.
They're riddles.
He says, you just say something and you think I'm supposed to know it.
What's an example?
Yeah, give
Oh,
me
there's a perfect example. The other day, I'm driving. The question is, do I turn left here? Yeah, go right and then instantly make a right. Well, that wasn't the right answer at all. He wanted me to go left and then turn right. But what he said was, yeah, right, go right, and then turn instantly right into the parking lot.
Okay, so
And then it's,
I don't think speaking of riddles,
little,
yeah,
it's
but-
little things like that where I'm like, you thought in your head you told me the exact thing you wanted to say, but
Yeah,
it just didn't,
I
it
just
didn't
think
translate that way.
I think talking to New Yorkers, especially when I'm around them, is we almost anticipate what the fuck you're going to say anyway. You're probably half
Well,
not listening anyway.
Didn't you guys grow up
You-
together?
Yeah. You know, you grow up. Mark and Mark and my brother we used to party a lot.
Yeah.
They were fucking bad.
I never
was a
knew
good
these
kid.
guys before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just into bad trouble, trying to hide from everybody.
You just also wound up in Florida.
Yeah.
Which seems to be everyone in New York.
That
Just
is the migration
That is
status.
My bankers from Florida,
Yep,
my
yeah.
next door neighbors from Florida. Or
It's like a
New
migration
York.
pattern. Yep.
Yeah.
It is, it's funny because, man, I'm just thinking of myself. I remember I was picked on because I was a little guy, and I was a year and a half younger than my brother. How old are you, Mark? Are you older than me a little bit?
I was just 62 in March.
Okay, and I'll be 62 in October.
By
so
the
we're
way,
a couple
on
months.
that,
But David's a year and a half older.
he sat there arguing at the bar one day, insisting he was 63 until I
Oh, shit,
caught him
yes.
fucking mad.
Mark, you were born in
I've been
61.
telling everybody for like 2
You were
months.
born in
I'm
61.
63.
He's doing that
Yes.
too. He's
and that's
telling
what Bob
everyone
said.
he's
He said,
62.
what are you talking about? You were born in 61, right?
No, I'm backed
It's
up away from
you're
that now.
62. And I just gained a year like that. It was awesome.
No. Hey, Mark, we're both born in 61, and I used to get picked on. Not picked, but I was psycho, and I think they liked that. I remember stabbing my brother with scissors, hitting him with a 2x4.
Oh, such
and,
fond
I
memories.
mean, yeah, because I had to do something
Great
crazy
times.
because they won't quit. When they fuck with you in New York, do you remember when Davey was letting Jerry O'Connell punch him in the face?
No.
Oh my God, it was fucking funny. My brother's a little doo-doo sometimes. So he's out drinking, up at the bridge, over in the field.
Yep.
We called it the field. There was a bigger piece of grass where
That
we
was
used
a
to hang
nice
out.
spot, yeah.
So we hung out.
Kind of like
Well,
your backyard out here.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And we had this albino guy, his name Jerry O'Connell. And, well, we used to fuck with him so bad. I remember Dennis holding him upside down to get dimes out of his pocket to hold sports phone and shit. Because we didn't know phones or anything, no TV. You remember that 10-10 wins. Give me 22 minutes, I'll give you the world.
You would wait for the sports at a certain time.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So my brother's fucking drunk as fuck. And he tells me, yeah, Jerry. He goes, Jerry, punch me in the face. Jerry punches him in the face. Kept punching. And David's got, David. Next day, David's eyes are fucking black. His fucking head is all fucking, what the fuck?
Were you guys drinking? What's going
Oh,
on?
yeah. I mean,
okay.
what, drinking?
Of course.
These guys, you know how we drank, Nick? We took a big vat. Okay? You know what a vat is? Like a big,
No idea.
Okay, a big pot.
Okay.
Like a pot. We would take packets of iced tea mix, the powder, put a bottle of vodka. Tell Mark, am I right?
Yes, you are.
Bottle of vodka, the whole bottle, right in the thing. Pack it and take a garden hose. Stick the garden hose in there, mix it, and that's our drinks.
It's like jungle juice. Yeah.
We
it's
don't
still,
know what the
it's
fuck.
still a thing.
Yeah.
It's
Or
yeah.
bug juice, we used to
Yeah,
call it
yeah, it's
sometimes.
still a
We
thing,
would
yeah.
get fucking hammered,
You
man.
take 7 bottles. put 'em
Beer.
in.
When you drank beer, you were like a big shot. You know, that was like, wow, you can afford a fucking 12-pack? Holy shit. We used to go to they had beverage stores. And that's all they sold, cases of beer, and that's all they did. And we'd get, some would go for a beer run. Those guys were the workers. Like, Mark always worked. You had a good job. I remember that. You had a Trans Am. You had a fucking yellow Trans Am. Was it yellow?
Red.
Why
Why
do
do
I
you
keep
get
saying
yellow
yellow?
from?
I keep saying it. Oh, Kitty Costa had one. I was in the military. Kid had one, just like yours,
Oh, okay.
with that thing on the top, the hood.
The bird.
The bird on the hood. And he had one. He burned it. He almost died. He fucking went into drunk as fuck. He went into the like a bushes, and a catalytic whatever converter or whatever gets on fire. And he's sitting. He was so drunk. We dragged him out. Thank God we dragged him out. He would have fucking been dead.
I had to, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One time, me and my friends were in a car. And,
Wow.
Yeah, one time me and my friends were in a car driving around doing stupid shit. We went to Walmart and we acquired a bunch of flare guns that they sold.
You stole.
Yeah, flare guns are not the safest thing to have not locked up, especially.
Were
at
you on
2
acid,
o'clock
Nick?
in the morning? No, not this time.
You were just straight.
Probably.
Wow. I
Probably.
don't think we ever went
But
anywhere more.
so we're shooting off the flare guns, out of the window. Boom, boom. They're shooting 12 gauges. It's not like a little shot. It's a 12 gauge
Yeah.
shot. Well, I load the flare gun and I push it back because they open, you know.
Right. I
And
bet
I
I
push it
shot him
back,
before.
and the pin. Someone handed me the pin already cocked back, and when I hit it back, the pin shot off into the car and hit the top of the ceiling, right onto hit my buddy's leg. and
Burned
then-
him.
Yeah, burned his pants, and then set the car on fire right below his feet. And I guess he was like so panicked that he couldn't move. We had to like unbuckle him and drag him out of the car. He was just
Did
sitting
the
there.
car go on fire?
Yeah, the bottom part set on fire, and we had to like stomp it out. It was
Oh.
like it was a good like $4,000 of damage. I
Wait,
would
and
say.
you're all sober?
No, we weren't on acid.
Oh, you're on other drugs, mushrooms?
No, we were probably drinking.
Oh, drinking.
You know,
All right, at least the kids are drinking. You know, I often tell people, say, "Oh, you did drugs." I said, "Listen, it's 80-some odd % of young people, their first drug is alcohol." You know, obviously all of ours was, And don't get me wrong, Mark and I grew up in the Bronx, and you too, when they were coming back from Vietnam. And some of the guys were on fucking heroin. You remember the whole, the guys on the corner of your block? There was a guy on the corner of your block which hung out with Patty Chicago's brother, Richie Chicago.
Yeah.
They were all came back from Vietnam fucked up, man. They came back fucked up. And that's when heroin really hit, if you remember.
That's when they had
that.
the methadone clinics and everything.
No, that was before that.
Oh, yeah.
That was before. Methadone was a little after
Westchester Square. We'd buy them from the junkies that came out of there with the methadone, and they would just come out to sell it. And I knew some people who would buy it. It was orange, looked like orange juice, and I was told that it tasted good and
that.
felt
Oh, they
good.
would actually drink it? Is that what they do with methadone? Drink it?
This
Wow.
place
Yeah.
was, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I never. That's one drug I didn't do. I've done heroin. I've done speed. Fucking. What else did I do? That fucking PCP.
Oh.
I've done every other drug. I mean, I'm trying to think. Quaaludes were big when we
They
were
were
kids.
big.
You remember
724s, I think.
Quaaludes, man?
714, baby.
You remember Quaaludes?
714.
Oh, look at us. Look, we're all going back to fucking Quaalude time.
I think it was Freddie Zeal.
Freddie's
Zeal, I
my
think I used-
neighbor.
People used
You know,
to
the
get-
Zeals were my
I
neighbor.
shouldn't mention names.
They're all dead. But, Robert just died too. They're my neighbors. Literally my neighbors, the Zeals.
Yes, yeah.
And fucking Freddie was cool because
Are they
Freddie
from
liked
New
my
York?
Freddie
sister.
was the cool one.
Oh,
John
yeah.
was all right.
John
He
was
into
cool.
cars.
Remember he had the fucking the Lamont. What the
Lamont?
fuck?
your neighbors here?
Who?
Either
They're your
GTO
neighbors here?
or he had
No,
something like
no,
that.
here
Oh,
in the
okay.
Bronx.
I was like, this is crazy. I thought they were like, oh, they moved right down the fucking
No.
street, dude.
No, these guys were crazy, and we used to get anyway. You tried everything. We did anyway. You try it. Sometimes you did it. Sometimes you didn't. When I got in the military, I thought, okay, I'm gonna be good. No, worse. Drank more, did more drugs, stole more drugs, did everything, and figured out that shit-
Introduced my girlfriend at that time to somebody down in Sandy Hook.
Oh, he's
And
blamed
she left me.
My sister dated him for a long time. How long, Mark, were you together?
About 5 years we were dating.
Wow.
And I don't ask about the sex because I was close with my sister.
Oh no, I left her a virgin. We were done after
fuck
5 years.
you.
She was still a virgin.
Mark was a
As far
good
as
guy.
I know.
No, he never did. She never ever said a bad word about Mark. Ever. Yeah. And I know my sister till the day she died. My sister died young, 49 years old. Right here, cancer. And she was such a good kid. And she never, ever said a bad word about Mark. I do remember. I did take her to a party, so don't blame me on that. He blames me because I take my sister to a party. There was a big drinking party. And I guess she liked some guy there or whatever, and they were dating and whatever. Before you know it, Mark said, fucking Larry fucking hooked her up with a fucking guy from the Coast Guard or some shit. It's not true. Obviously, I don't even fucking
His
know.
best friend.
Man,
It was. I think it was.
They got married.
He came
No,
to
they got
our
married. No, no,
graduation
no.
party. He knows.
deep-seated feelings.
Yeah.
40
Still
years
hold the
later.
grudge.
That's it.
Hey,
motherfucker.
Your time
Bob,
is coming.
you see it?
Oh, yeah.
He wants to get up and fight me
I
right
was
now.
gonna say, hook up the ring,
no.
get the ring together.
Hey, you see that? You see it? Oh, I heard that. Fucking really.
You don't want to see me when I'm angry.
Oh, geez, the gorilla's coming out. That is funny. My brother just walked in the fucking room. Now it's going to get nuts. No, we don't got a mic. And we're here. We're going to actually end this here in a few minutes. We're all going to lunch. You know I'm buying lunch. So, Dave, you want to come to lunch? He'll pick him up. When you drop mommy off, I'm sure we'll be there. Oh, you going to Sam Friday? Oh, maybe we'll all pop down to Eagles Club after lunch. I don't know what you guys are doing.
What's the Eagles Club?
Hey, Bob, you remember you said beforehand you got to go to the post office?
Yeah.
They are open Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I can slide it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a great procrastinator.
Trying to tell him to slide off the post office.
No,
Yeah.
can't. I have fucking responsibilities. People need their books or cigars.
fuck your
I got boxes of cigars to
responsibilities.
mail out.
Let's go drink.
Fornicate
You know?
that shit.
Yeah. Fornicate. Where did you learn that fucking word? You're from the Bronx. You
I was
don't know
reading-
what fucking fornicate means.
I was reading the Bible.
Oh, Jesus.
The dog show.
The
And it's
dog-
likely he really
oh,
did.
My
Does he have any clue?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Dave
Kingsbridge
right
Heights.
in. Dave, what do you pull up a chair at least to get a mic? Oh, then don't talk because we can't. People are saying, who's fucking in the back? Who's in the back?
It's a good thing I can read lips.
Yeah, no, it's David, my brother. Everybody knows. You know what they asked me about David? When's he coming back with the news? And he was the greatest news guy. Dave, what's going on in the world? Well, we got a war in Iraq. But the Mets just fucking are, they're on a roll and go to right.
You know, if I had more time, I see so many stories with the headlines.
You
I'm
were
like,
used to listen to
I
my
should do
brother,
this for
right?
Dave. I should do this with, for Dave or Larry and say, hey, do this, do this, do this.
If it was
You used
about
to listen to my brother.
yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was very consistent.
Oh boy.
Wow, that's a real endorsement. Whatever. I don't even know what war it is now. You know who I went to lunch with yesterday, Dave? And you'll remember him. He was on the show. What a great show, too. Simon, the doctor.
He was
From-
awesome from the Ukraine. He was
him,
awesome.
him and his wife.
I love his
You
accent.
know Lillian. I sent you to the pain doc.
Oh yes, yes.
Him
One
and
who
his
screwed me.
husband, they took me to lunch yesterday, and I spent a couple hours with them in a Ukrainian. You know, there's a Ukrainian restaurant that's on Fifth Avenue down near Scott's on Fifth. On you know what Fifth Avenue is, and it was fucking great. I'm not kidding. So Simon bought me lunch, and they're gonna have a party at their house, and they want all my friends because they listen too. They want us to come, and he lives on Lansing Island, beautiful place, and just a great guy. You heard him.
No, he was awesome.
Smart as one of the smart doctors. I mean, he's the one, when they thought I had leukemia, he took care of my blood. And they went through everything in me, tested me for every fucking thing you can think of, nothing. And then they gave me a spinal tap, because my white blood count went to 120 or 130. And that's a sign of leukemia. And I was already talking to other doctors. What do you do if you have leukemia? One said, take whatever money you got and go get fucked up. Because that's how you're dead. You don't live through that.
Yeah, certain types of it, sure.
Yeah. Anyway, but he's a great guy. And I just went to lunch with him. And he talked about the war. Remember he talked?
Yeah.
And he's so educated. He right to this day, he sends guns and fucking money and everything down there. Really? I'm not kidding. And but just the nicest guy in the world. Really is.
Second.
Okay, I'll give a second. Bob's number one. Absolutely. But Mark, we are going to close. we do got to close. We're going to go to lunch. What time is it, Nick? Can you tell
12.
me? Is it 12? Perfect.
Noontime.
It's noon for lunch, man.
Time to
That'd
move
be
on to the
perfect.
whiskey.
Yes, I think we go. Oh, Dave's on my Zenny. You know, look, he's looking for glasses. Huh? Yeah.
Are you going to mention your guest for Monday?
Okay, I have a guest for Monday coming up. Now, this is a couple of days. I'm actually going to, on his podcast, Nick, update
No,
everybody.
he's coming here.
Oh, he's coming here?
Yeah.
For
he'll
my
be here.
podcast. Oh, for
Yes.
Monday's podcast.
Yes, for Monday's
Tell me who,
podcast.
tell everybody what's on.
I think
I
his
don't
name's
know.
Jose,
Go ahead.
and he was an art thief. He got a job working at someone's house and decided that he was going to rob him blind.
And they're making a They made a docu.
Yeah.
We're going to the
And
opening.
he got caught by the fence. You know, I think. I still have to read his whole thing. That's what's going to be
Bob, you know I
interesting.
always talk about how
But-
you get caught.
Oh, yeah.
Most people
I don't
get
think
caught
he
by
could
a fence.
get it off.
And
But we'll see. I'll read more to it.
exactly, Dave. We had the fence and we didn't get caught that way. But we got caught by good FBI work. But anyway, Dave, what Nick is saying, we got a guy coming who was an art thief. He ended up going. Did he go to prison? I think he went to prison.
Yeah, he got locked up. He was convicted.
It didn't do much time, did he?
I haven't got that far.
First of all,
I got the email
what I
yesterday.
got
All right, the
so
email
far,
was
Bob,
got yesterday.
what I got so far, he robbed $100,000 in artwork.
He just shrugs, rolls his
Jesus
eyes.
Well,
Christ,
listen,
Larry,
man.
you throw that in
Yeah.
your fucking pocket
Come on
and win
now.
Dixie.
No,
don't you?
think about that. Think about that. You rob a piece that's $100,000, and this
What are
is
you going to
artwork.
get for it?
Well, no, it was.
I couldn't get 2 cents,
it was
3 cents a
multiple
dollar.
pieces.
Oh,
Multiple
so
pieces.
do you know the total? Do you know
I think I saw like 5 pieces.
$5 million?
No, 5 pieces of artwork equaling $100,000.
Well, we're gonna have
yeah,
fun.
well,
Listen, I want to hear a story,
Yeah,
and Nick set it up. So if it's bad, everybody can just blame Nick.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, we're not.
No,
gonna do
it'll
that.
be good. And what, Dave?
What? No.
South Florida.
West Palm Beach.
I don't know where he's from.
I think he's from West Palm Beach, and we're going to an opening Sunday. There's a movie opening, and right? Is it
Yeah, he has a film.
a film is
It's
coming
a film
out.
festival.
Film festival, whatever the fuck we're going
You
on.
tell me to answer my emails, I answer my emails.
Wow,
And this
come
is
on.
what comes of it.
Bob,
So.
you got a job?
I do.
Well, you wouldn't set me up. No, I'm only kidding. I think this is gonna be fun. You know, we'll have fun, Nick. Are we gonna go down? Do you know what time the event is Sunday?
I think it's in the evening.
Oh, okay. So we can go down. We don't
Yeah,
have to go down. Okay.
I can't make it on Sunday. I do go
The
to
Bible
church in the
then.
morning. I do the volunteer work at the orphanage. So.
Oh man, I knew he's such a good fucking. Come on, you do have a heart, and I know that.
I do.
And most of the guys that we have, Mark, you, me, my brother, when it comes down to us, I mean, we have no prejudice. We date, anybody, stuff like that.
I do
And,
that because I'm ugly. But
me too.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
kidding.
I often say I got a small penis. I'm fat now. I'm back to fat. You know, Dave, I was 231, bro. What the fuck?
Well,
Mark. Did you see Mark? This is one. Mark just came back. Hey, Mark, do you remember? Now, even a month or 3 months ago, I got down to 203 was my lowest ever.
wow.
Did you know that, right?
I know you lost a whole lot of weight.
And now I'm back to 231.
Yeah.
I went from
Oh, they-
260 to 203. So I lost.
Do a live weigh-in.
And you went from
You want me to do a
203
live
what?
weigh-in?
Go
I'm going to
do
do a
a
live
live
weigh-in
weigh-in.
right here. All right, guys. And this is
Dun,
verified.
dun, 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 dun.
All right.
The anticipation builds.
That's what clothes
So-
are.
What is it? What is it?
228 and a half.
All right.
What will it
I
be?
lost 3 pounds
What's
since
it going to
this
be
morning.
in 2 hours?
Oh, yeah, I know. I do fluctuate, and that's water weight. Because,
Yeah, exactly. So
most
much
of my
of it.
weight, listen, I'm all muscle, so muscle does absorb this. Look at everyone looking at it, got
Yeah.
quiet.
You need to get good with those buttons.
Wait, what buttons?
Your buttons you spent all the
Oh,
money on.
I'm
I don't
so-
know. You spent $4,000 on buttons.
Ah,
You should use them.
listen, Nick, eventually you're doing the buttons.
There we go. They train you to be a buttoner.
A buttoner. But anyway, Mark, anything to say? We had a great time today. I did have a lot of fun. Mark, was this experience a little better than your last one?
Yes, definitely it was.
Because
Oh,
Mark,
he's
more
Mark
comfortable.
actually said to me, listen, our first time, he goes, I want to do acid and come on your show.
Oh, yeah. That's what I said.
No, he didn't.
You said you can't miss this show. I remember that distinctly, too. I'm like, I don't know if I can get there that morning, whatever. early on, and you're like, you're going to miss me doing acid, doing my show on acid? I'm like, okay, what time do I need to be there?
All right, Dave. So what happened was Mark comes into the studio. It was a little set up different, a little, of course. And he comes in and put it this way. Mark hasn't did it in a while. And let's just say it was Medicaid because it's professional medical grade stuff. And he...
Why is he making up shit now?
No,
about me?
I said the stuff was medical grade.
Yeah, no, I'm only kidding. Go ahead.
Anyway, what happened was we fucked with Mark a little bit.
I hate people like you that do that shit. Come on, now. You can't give someone acid and then really do that shit. That is not.
Do I look like I would do that?
Yeah, and you keep saying you were doing it. So that is what I am believing. You portray a story, and then you go back on it when someone says they don't like it.
Hey, Nick, what did I tell you when you first started here? I'm not going to lie to you.
Not yet.
He always says not yet. And he's never
negative.
I talked to him about, hey, everybody, he sold a lot of shit. He's worth $10 billion. He's thinking, yeah, fuck it. He meets the guy. He goes, holy shit, Larry don't lie. He does it. What the fuck? My life is wild enough.
Let's not get past, were you fucking with him? Were you getting fucked with? Did they feed you? Did they feed you that?
Like an hour into,
and they were fucking with you.
Yeah,
that
I
is
didn't even know I was taking
up.
it. They put it in my beer or something. Apparently,
I don't like that.
Well,
no.
But yeah, I finally said to them, "Dude, you wanted me to try this first time ever, truth, and you're ruining it.
Yeah,
all of you are ruining it for me. Stop it." And finally, they did. One of them, I forget who it was. Said,
was it me?
It's too much. It's too much.
Wasn't it me?
Leave him alone now. Let him enjoy it.
Wasn't it me?
Yeah, it probably was.
It really
actually,
was.
Yes,
I think
it was.
After you were fucking with him.
I did, because what I said to him, I said, Mark, what goes on in here stays in here. Don't worry about it. And then, so we're talking. I said, everybody,
watch what you
shut
say
the
now,
cameras off. And he goes, cameras?
Yeah, that's all.
And that was it. But anyway, let's just put it. Was this a better experience?
Absolutely, 100%.
Fun. It was really.
Next time I should be
the
guest, and Bob will be whatever.
Absolutely.
No.
Sidekick.
No, I'm only kidding. No, I'll never want to be that comfortable. But yes, it was.
Why not, Mark? Why don't you want to be comfortable?
I don't even know.
It's just not my thing.
I'm talking to three cool people.
Nah, you are great. Oh, I said that in the beginning. It's great. Believe me, I know enough about podcasts and guests and stuff. It's great when you got New Yorkers. One, you do connect. You connect because you literally know the way they are, the way they do. You're not going to offend them. Sometimes I wonder, really offended? He looks at you. I've had judges here, and I end up not giving a fuck. But anyway, it's easy. Like you guys, all of us, even Nick. Now we get more and more. And Nick fucks with me a lot. People don't get that.
I see it.
You see it?
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah. Some of his one-liners.
Tell me, go ahead. Tell somebody.
I can't remember in particular. Some of them are funny as shit.
Oh no, he fucks with me. And then I look at him. I go, "Do you talk to all your bosses like that?
Do that.
You can't talk to me like that." He goes, "I'm going to see your mother." Here's his line now. Laura, our good friend, Laura. Yep. And John, Laura, and she we're doing a whole project for a parenting program. We got something coming great. And Laura likes him too, and so does John, and we go to dinner. And you know what his line is now? Laura says, Nick, if he's messing with you, babe, you tell me. Because we go out all the time. So now here's what he goes. I'm telling Laura.
There you go.
Or my mother likes him a lot.
Nobody wants
and that's good, obviously. He helps my mom out a lot.
That's terrible when you rat it out like that.
Yeah, Dad, love it.
I was just thinking the other day.
I'm going to rat him out.
You see the red?
I'm going to stretch the truth. I'm going to stretch that truth out.
You know what? Hey, I'm going to give you guys the inside joke on that. You ever hear?
Well, you got to show them.
Okay.
It's going to be.
Okay, you got to last. There's a clip. You guys ever watch South Park? Ever hear of South Park?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I used to watch it a little bit.
Okay, South Park has an episode.
Kill Kenny. Yeah,
that one.
Hey, Nick, tell him about the episode. Got to tell me.
I'd rather just show it to you guys. It's
no, but tell him.
Be as funny.
There is an audience. There is an audience out there want to know about this.
They're gonna be like, "Wow, that was fucking stupid."
No, they won't.
Okay, so the premise of the episode is that there's a prostitution problem in South Park.
I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar with that term.
Yeah,
there's not enough of them, in other words.
So the sheriff decides he's going to take on the case himself and tackle it himself. So he dresses like a prostitute, right? And he's going to go.
And remember what he's dressed like. He's got the beard,
Yeah.
It looks like fucking Mitch McConnell.
Yeah. So he goes and he puts on a sting operation. He sets up his guys. They're waiting in the van. They all have their code words. the code word stretch. So
Stretch.
when I say stretch, you guys rush in. And you think it's going to be like, like he gets the money, the guy's getting arrested. No. He gets in the car, he gets the money, you hear the zipper go down, you start hearing him, fucking
Moaning and shit.
And then it cuts over to the guys in the van like, what the fuck is going on? Is it going to end? Is this going to end? And then at the very end, he's like, okay, you gave my whole stretch. And then the guys are like, should we go in? Like, do we go in now?
To continue on that, and I watched it a few times now, he continues this operation, and he goes to a frat house. Get them because they get prostitutes at the frat house, and he's one of the prostitutes. So he ends up going in there, and he gets gangbanged by fucking five guys. The whole fraternity.
The whole frat.
And then
right
at the end, Reggie, says they come running, and he takes a bag, and he puts it under his ass. He goes, the DNA. And he fucking shits the DNA, all the cum out in a bag. This is South Park, mind
This
you.
is something I want to see. Maybe I'll sit down with the wife
Yeah,
tonight.
it's so
Send
fun.
us a link.
Listen,
Right away.
hey, Mark,
Thanksgiving.
But the
let me
best
mark that down.
underlying
it really
joke
is
was
good. It really
the whole
is good.
time after the stings, he's answering the phone. Hey, daddy, to his pimp. He found a pimp. He found a fucking pimp that's beating him.
That is an insane show. I mean, that show really.
Oh, I mean,
Sorry, guys. He's got to leave his sting to go work for his pimp. Sorry.
He says that. I gotta go. My pimp is calling.
He said, my daddy's getting angry. I got to go.
it's just hilarious. So that's why he'll say to me, he'll fuck me and go, stretch, you fucker. Because he was telling me about this episode, and I had to watch this fucking. We find it. First of all, it cost me $79 to watch it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Why is that?
My bad.
I had to fucking sign up for some bullshit, and they didn't have all the fucking episodes.
We canceled it. Oh, yeah, that was a scam, too. Let's just...
Be honest. It was a camp.
Hulu. What the fuck? We had to pay $80 to watch South Park, and out of 25 seasons, they had season
13, I think.
Wow.
And it wasn't even 1 through 13. It was like 1, 5,
7,
10,
And
7,
I go,
13.
and they didn't have ours. We ended up finding it on YouTube.
Yeah, we had to watch it in
Right.
2-minute increments on YouTube.
And I was
Shout out
what?
to YouTube.
Yeah, and I go,
Like,
what the fuck? Nick, cancel this shit right now.
Yeah.
Which we did. But anyway, anything else to report? Mark, anything?
Nope, I'm good.
Any coming up you want to talk about? Motorcycles? How about an event? May
a week from this
27th, Space
Saturday-
Coast Harley Davidson.
I'll put that in my calendar.
Okay.
A week from this coming Saturday is tribute bands at Pineapples. Nirvana,
Oh, downtown
and
O'Galley?
Linkin
On
Park.
O'Galley?
So Natalie and Kevin are coming with me.
Okay.
What
Would you
about
like to
that
come?
other one?
Grab another ticket. They're all
I will check it
general
out.
admission.
Bob, what about his other friend? That they go. Are they going there too?
No, just
I just wondered,
these
Mark. I
two.
just
No,
stretch.
just these two. Just these two.
Oh, and so is that event next week for real?
A week from this coming Saturday.
Now it's a
Week from
Saturday night.
tomorrow.
It's Saturday
Next
night. Is it in the
Next
day or
Saturday.
the night?
Night, 7 to 11.
We should go there, Nick. That'd be
So.
fun. Pineapple. I've been there once.
They're cheap.
I've
Man.
never been there.
I think
I've
they were
never been
$15.
It's that
a
white
ticket.
building?
All they have is
Yeah,
general
that big
admission.
one.
It's the
15
white
bucks a
building,
ticket.
yeah.
Yeah, and you hang out at the bar kind of deal. Is it on the roof?
No, the second floor of this place is where they have the shows.
Okay, because they have
But
a
you
roof
can walk
bar.
out.
there.
I'm sure. You can
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
a bar or whatever.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think something like.
Different.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what we got going. Nick will look that up. Bob, what do you got going on?
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I hope to come back again. I
Oh,
had
yeah.
thought about some cab stories and everything. Didn't cover a damn one, but that's fine.
Fuck.
I
We didn't even talk
know.
about like whores he picked up and sex in the back. Stretch.
So that means you have to have him back. Let him talk
Did you
next
ever have
time.
an undercover? Yeah, never. Did you ever have an undercover cop in your car?
Not that I know of, but I was always accused of being an undercover cop.
You?
You look
Oh,
like
I-
a cop.
I would always get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a funny thing. Like, I remember I picked up this one guy one night, and he gets in. He's all jittery and shit. And he's like, "Are you a
Freak.
cop?"
Take me to the drug den.
Yeah. And he's like, "Are you a cop?" No, I'm not a cop. And then he looks at me and he says, "The law says."
I love that.
If I
love
ask you,
that.
you
I
have to
love
tell
that.
me. And I look at him and I go, "That's not the law."
Yeah.
But I'm not a cop. But I did have one time though. I was doing a drug run. I pull up and this,
For who? You or someone else?
for somebody else.
yeah.
I dropped
Just
him off.
had to
I'm
clarify
waiting for
that.
him. And this one woman is screaming, "Yo, motherfucker! This guy's 5'0". 5'0 is 5." And I'm sitting in
That's
the car.
you?
Yeah. pointing at me, right? I'm not saying a fucking
Did you
word.
start
I'm being
speaking
cool.
into your collar?
And yeah, I'm talking to the radio.
Yeah.
And she kicks the back of the car. And I jump out of the car, right? And the crowd around. I go,
I'll show
pick
you
the
on that.
fucking car again. I'll take your fat ass downtown. She goes, I knew you was 5'0", and she fucking walks away, you know. And another time I dropped a guy up at a train station up in Spring Valley, and this guy comes running. It was a rough part of town. This guy comes running up with like a bag of fucking pills, right? Knocks on the window. I roll the window down, and I got the radio in the car. You know, it looks like probably a cop radio. I hold it up. I go, really, motherfucker? And he goes, no, and he takes off.
That is fucking hilarious. Nick, anything, Bob? Thank you for coming. You know that.
Thanks for
I
having me,
enjoy
buddy.
it. We click. You know that.
Yep.
And it's fun. Nick, what do you got?
I got you're gonna be in New York on the 8th with Ian Beck and
JD Daly. There's 2 other influencers, and we're
Okay,
doing a
yeah.
bunch of content up in New York in about 10 days.
Yeah.
Right? 8th
week,
and 9th.
yeah.
And guess this, Mark. It's up where you used to live, upstate New York.
How
Is
far
there
upstate?
studio? It's about an hour and a half because we're landing in Westchester,
Okay.
and and then we're gonna from
Hour and
West.
a half to Albany or so?
No, it's not that far. No, it's more like Middletown or somewhere.
Okay,
like that.
Middletown.
So it's something like that. I mean,
Well, that's the thing that always cracks me up about New York is we're from the Bronx. Anything north of fucking Yonkers is upstate.
oh,
right?
fucking Yonkers Raceway.
Right.
Thanks for being on that mic there, Mark.
I
Thanks for being on the mic, Mark.
can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Mark said a dirty word.
You think? But anyway, you're right with that ending. So I'll be there when?
The 8th through the 10th.
8th through the 10th. We got a bunch of other shit. Who knows what the
Yeah.
fuck I'm doing? I really don't know what I'm doing. That's kind of the fun of it now.
It is, man.
You know,
Bring it.
and I take care of
I'm
Mom,
like, wake
so.
up.
You know who's the best? Do I know where I'm going? You know who the best where I'm going? My mother. Where you going?
Oh, yeah.
When you're leaving? When I go for a 3-hour lunch, I say, Mom, go for lunch. I come back at 4. Why you didn't call?
She's tapping her foot.
Am I right, Nick?
Yeah, she's
Hey,
over here
Mark,
tapping
it
her
is
foot.
fucking hilarious. You know my mom, Mark, and my mom. Mark, it is funny as hell. She goes, "You could have called me, Mom. I'm 61
this
years
age,
old.
right?
Yeah, I'm
Hey, that's
61.
awesome, though. Enjoy
Yep,
it.
they never
I-
stop
Yeah, I do
worrying.
enjoy it.
In
I
September,
do enjoy it.
Yeah, in September, my mom's going to be away. Passed away 50 years.
Passed away 50 years.
50 years.
So you were a kid.
I was 11.
That's sad, man.
Yeah.
Man, sorry to hear that. I don't care how many years it is. I hate to hear that. I'm lucky and I am blessed with my mom, and I take care of her. Now Nick takes care of her. I said, Nick, go tell her. No, you go tell her.
Yeah,
It's like,
we are.
we're
We're gonna
arguing
get in
who's got to
trouble.
tell my mother because she's going to yell at her.
So did your dad raise you, or did you have other family members helping raise you?
There was obviously my dad raised me there for a couple of years, and then he got remarried, and then I had.
okay.
Did you like
stepmom.
Did you like the new mom?
I did. I did. At first, I did, but that sort of deteriorated.
When you
so
learn
much of it
shit.
Yeah.
Let me.
I give it a perfect example. Was so now I'm living in the Bronx. My mom passed it away, and I got a job at a paper route the next year. I'm out of the
Paper
house
route.
at 4:45 in the morning. I'm free as a bird. The summer, out of the house at 4:45. Come back maybe for lunch. I'm making money. I'm doing whatever. That gets married. Right, 4 other kids, and so
Oh,
we moved
she
up
has
to
4
Rutland.
kids,
Yeah.
and you got how many?
Yeah, it was like a fucking Brady bunch.
You had
We
how
had
many?
3. We had
Oh,
3.
fucking 7
Yeah.
kids. Holy shit.
And I mean, it's natural. There's no super hard feelings or whatever. I got tight with her again, but then after my dad passed away, things deteriorated. But that's natural. I mean, you
Yeah.
roll with life. It goes on and everything.
You-
But one funny, I always try and look at, whatever the hell happens in your life, there's always a funny story. There's always something to say, right? So, for example, my dad, unfortunately, when he passed away, he died in my driveway. He just collapsed. I'm giving him CPR. I got 911 on the phone, and my wife's now on the phone, right? I'm giving him CPR, and we get the garage door open, and my wife yells at me, Bob, the cat got out.
That sounds just like this house.
I fucking stopped him. I look at her, and I jump up. Fuck the cat! Go back to doing CPR, which I was
Wow.
unsuccessful. So I'm 0-1 in CPR. I am 2-0.
Did you lose the
with
cat?
Heimlich. No, the cat came right back. The cat said, "Oh, what's that guy yelling at me out there for?" But
Yeah, I have 2 cats. People think you're a cat guy.
I looked at the one in there. He looks identical to a cat that adopted us. He was in a neighbor's house. He just started hanging out at my house. and refused to leave. My daughter loved him. He's deaf. Now he's so freaking fat because he eats all their cat food. But
You know, it's funny because I got a cat. People go, Larry, you fucking did some bad things in your life. You've been around. What's your cat's names? Daisy and Molly.
I got
Sid named him
Pato.
personally.
Yeah.
I got-
It's the Stratz theory.
Yeah. Well, that's funny because one of our cats is named Screech.
Ah,
Yep.
good code word.
Yep.
We had a great time, man. This
Yes, we
flies,
did.
guys, and we're gonna go to lunch, all of us. But it flies. It's literally we're almost 2 hours on a podcast, and I swear I don't know where it goes.
No,
I-
there's no way to.
Out of all podcasts that I like to do, it's something like this because it's fun. We know each other. There's no hard feelings, no matter what. We hang anyway. You've come in here, drank with me, smoked cigar. Mark, forget it. You know, we know each other, and now we hang out all night. And now Nick is kind of like the young guy, and I love that because he does listen, and he's very quiet. You remember him at Daytona, don't you, Mark?
Of course.
And he was kind of quiet, you know, but he listens and he learns a lot. And I
But
hope
that's different people. My wife is like that. She will sit back and she's one hell of an observer.
Yeah.
Me, I walk in, I got to run my mouth. I don't shut up.
We're New Yorkers.
I don't hit my
Yeah.
punchlines until I know someone.
You know,
You
it's
gotta-
funny
You
because
gotta
And
get all the
that's fine.
ammo you can get, you know.
with me
No, I'm the same
now,
way.
with me, I got to check him. I said, Nick, enough. I got to check him. Shut the fuck, Nick. And he knows when I'm mad even now, and he's got that down. You know?
I can't believe you would ever get mad. Larry.
You're right. You know, see, New Yorkers don't understand me. I don't get mad.
As long
I
as you
said-
keep your hands in your pockets, you can get mad. Keep your hands in your pockets.
Yeah, you know what I tell him though? You're getting to the point, Nick, where I'm going to kill you if you leave. There is that no turnaround shit. But anyway, everybody, I really want to thank you guys. I hope you like this stuff. Comment, do what you're going to do. I get people wanting long podcasts because, like you said, they're at work or wherever, and a lot of people listen, warehouse people. Give them suggestions. You're going to see some great podcasts coming up. Again, this art thief. I don't know. Either I'm going to blow them out of the water or not. We'll see. We're going to have fun with it. And I'm going to a premiere. Maybe we'll vlog that. I don't know. It's up to Nick. And I got to get going. We're going to go to lunch because I did gain, since my low is 203.
25 and a half pounds, it sounds like.
Yeah, pretty quick, too, because I like to fucking eat.
Oh, that's
man.
my problem. Portion control. I am the
Yeah, well, I've none. But anyway, everybody, you can look at me. I'm still svelte nude because I only put the good nudes up. And other than that, have a great day, everybody. Please stay safe and make good choices.
Don't touch anything. It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.